Can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? All right, thanks. Thanks, Ronnie Bravo. All right, I'm gonna put the link in here just so people can like maybe if they want to hop on now to just talk about some boxing from last night. But the versus is at 7:30. Hopefully, old boy shows up. Um, yeah, because sometimes people like to run from their destined funeral. Mm, thought I read a little bit of Tupac today. Hey D Style, how you doing tonight? It's yeah, this evening. Um, Bam beat the crowd. Yes, yes he did. Yes he did. Hey Elza, how you doing? Let me put the link, the stream link in here for now, and then later on it'll just be me. Jake Donovan was ever so gracious to accept the position as the moderator for this versus. Yeah, this is gonna be very interesting. I've been drinking since what time is it now, Nayka? It's 7. I've been drinking since like 5:30. Um, he's probably watching me now, seeing if I'm gonna give up my strategy. Alright, so if anybody wants to hop on now, just to talk about the fights from last night because they were actually pretty good. Um, I was trying to actually this versus was actually supposed to be. Well, maybe I'll do it later on if I get more people to do the get on the butt side because just I still have a versus scheduled to be Team Bud and Team Spins, but I couldn't get enough Team Crawford. Um no, there's a battle, yes, at 7:30, Mike. At 7:30. Mike, how you doing tonight? At 7:30. I just came on early just to get some more streaming time in because I was already drinking and I was feeling it. So I said, let me get in and get started, get some extra 30 minutes in. Um, yeah. So I want to give y'all a little bit of, if y'all don't want to get up here and talk about the fights last night, then maybe I'll just tell y'all about my opponent that I'm going to be doing the verses against in about T minus 22 minutes. Yeah. So, um, let's see. Oh, this is Michael. How you doing? He's a Spence fan, so I know that. Are you going? Mike? Are you going for Correa? Because Correa is now a Spence fan again. Or are you going for me? The one and only Mike. Let's see. Hello, Adam. How you doing? Got that hit him up energy. So yeah, I had to wear my Tupac shirt. Yeah, he did have that song hit him up. That was one of my favorite beef songs. Saludos, Jesus. How you doing? I think hotel. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, because on Friday night you could not get it right, yo. You couldn't get it right. Hey, Jumug, how you doing? Hey, Lady Chan, how you doing? No, I could. Yeah, so you know what? Since you are team, but I'll put your name down because I was trying to get like maybe 3 or 4. Because everybody doesn't like to get up and debate. So I'm not gonna say. I mean, there is a lot of Team Bud. There's not there. I couldn't find any that wanted to come up here and debate against Team Spence. So, Lady Chan, I would definitely keep your name down to add to the pot because I do have 2 other people. So if I maybe get like 2 more, then I can do the Team Bud, Team Spence thing. Um, no, you did not say hit him up was trash. No, it wasn't. Uh, yeah, now I know why you said that because you're from Brooklyn and Biggie's from Brooklyn. That's why you said that. That's why you said that. That is exactly why you say that. Hey, Adam. Yeah. Mike only said that because Mike is from Brooklyn and Biggie's from Brooklyn, and obviously that song "Hit 'Em Up" was about Biggie. So yeah, he's definitely gonna have that energy. But "Hit 'Em Up" was not trash. All right. Yeah, so you know what? It might be an all female team if I do because I know that Crystal, she's team Buzz and she's just trying to figure out how to use StreamYard. She's not really, she doesn't really get up here and talk, but it seems like all the women are stepping up to debate about Team Bud. You know what? I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Team Earl all day. I'm looking for this one. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of Team Earl. Y'all, the thing is, y'all like to debate, so that's why I wasn't having trouble finding Team Arrow to come up here and debate. So I'll still keep that versus open if I could get some more people. Um, this it's not that it's no Bud fans tonight, so let's not be funny. It was just some people don't like to get up here and debate. So slow your roll, slow your roll. Pac, okay, yeah. I mean, Pac and Biggie, they both. I love them both. Yeah, you know what? Stay tuned, cause stay tuned. Stay tuned tonight because you know what? All I'm gonna say is stay tuned. All I'm gonna say is stay tuned. Lady Champ, please. I don't. I think she's in the UK, so I don't know what time it is over there. So hopefully she. I mean, we're gonna start this in maybe like 15, almost a little over 15 minutes. So hey, Lisa, how you doing? Um. Uh. No, he's Team Spence. No, you cannot dismiss him. He is Team Spence, people. He is Team Spence. Why the women don't like Arrow? It's not that we don't like Arrow, but it's pick a side season, and we are picking Bud. It's not that we don't It's not that we don't like Arrow. Stop putting words in my mouth. Yes, there's a lot of females today here. This is lovely. Um, I, what? As in what? As a person, yeah, but you don't start, y'all. Don't be messy now. Don't be messy. Don't be messy. So why troll him? I'm not trolling him. He said he wanted to debate me because I'm going to explain to you what the deal is, but you obviously have not been following me. So yeah. Um yeah, everybody loves I mean I love Biggie and I love Pac. Okay. Muchas gracias, Lady Chan. So you do a live to troll. I'm not trolling him. Who's this guy? Who the fuck is this guy or girl? I'm not trolling the man. He's coming up here to do a versus. Keep up. Keep up. I'm not trolling the man. If anything, he's the fucking troll. This must be his troll page talking all this shit. Cause who's trolling this man? Who is trolling this man? If you know who he is, Mister, I'm on that bullshit. He's a pure troll. Come on. God, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Yeah, see, oh, another, but you know what? I think I might have to do an all female but team versus Spence. And you know what? I'm not afraid that the smoke won't be the same. Like if it, you know what? I love it. Okay. Oh my God, that's three ladies that I have. So you know what? Let me work some things out. Oh, I see. He's definitely okay. So no wonder. I don't even know how he fell on this page talking about. So why troll him? Whatever. Hey, Damon, how you doing? The women like that so-called dog, and but that so-called. Yeah, okay. There is a dog in him. Yeah, here you go in your feelings already. Here you go in your feelings already. We haven't even started yet. All right, so let me give y'all a little background on my opponent tonight. So Mr. Correct, Mr. Correa, I don't think I should say his last name, Mr. Correa, also known as Mr. IOTBA, which is I'm on that bullshit again, which he is always on that bullshit again. He was once uh should I even do it? Maybe I'm gonna do that in the verses, but just know that he is a Spence fan right now, at this moment, on June 26th, 7:15 p.m. Eastern time. He is a Spence fan, so that's what we're gonna go with. And then I'll explain when the verses starts, and he's standing right here, and he's like in the next screen. I'll do it in his face. I don't want to talk shit about him behind his back. I'll do it right in his face. I don't have a problem doing that at all. Turn my back, sipping. Okay, I got my. This must be my first troll because you obviously do not have a life. Coming over here and talking that bullshit. Ugh, goodness. It be grown ass men to be. Y'all love to be trolls. I cannot. If I was a man, I don't think that I would spend my time being a troll online. There's better other things. There's other things that you could be doing, like fucking, getting your dick sucked, or drinking. Like, why are you, as a grown ass man, on YouTube trolling? What kind of satisfaction do you get out of that? I can't. I cannot. I don't have patience. I do not have patience. I do not have patience. Look at this. Why am I chasing a dude online? All right, that's your. This is gonna be your last message up here. So your 5 minutes of fame is up. So whatever. I'll eat a dip. Yeah, he's definitely a troll. Look at all these comments. Wow. I gotta let me go on my YouTube page and start. Let me give y'all some of y'all wrenches so y'all can kick motherfuckers out or mute them or whatever you gotta do. Um, because he's doing the most. Let me see. Can I give y'all wrenches from right here? Uh, wow. Oh, so yeah, I see he has, how do I block him? I never had to, let's see, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel. I think I will. Goodbye. Goodbye, sir. Have a lovely Sunday. Let me see. Go to movie. Uh, all right, let me see. I'm gonna let's put him in timeout. And let me get some of y'all on wrenches since I'm in here. Can I make you my ad moderator? All right. Mike's always on here, so you definitely got one. Um, give one to the ladies. Cause yeah, this motherfucker right here doing the most. Talking about stop chasing a man online. The fuck? Chasing him online? Are you crazy, man? Oh my god. You're definitely a troll. Yeah, I gotta stop it. You gotta stop the madness. You are out of here because I'm gonna kick you out, motherfucker. Trolling on the fucking Sunday. Yeah, I ain't got no lives, man. Don't worry when yeah, I just gave Lady Chan and Lisa a wrench. I haven't I never because I don't never really get that many trolls on here, so I haven't really been up on giving people wrenches, but um yeah, I think I got him out of there. I don't know. I didn't mute him, but maybe I'll use the view. So I didn't kick him out. I just muted him. So I'll use your view since you want to be present today, sir. Um, now we got Oakland in the house. Okay, okay. Ski Mask Mercedes. Every video is crazy. So yes, I will be. Thank you, Lisa, for accepting the wrench. Like team spent. Um, Let me see how much time I have left. 10 minutes. All right. Well, so I won't bring anybody up because then I have to like get all of y'all down. But today's battle is gonna be myself against. Take that team fence off of there. Um, it's gonna be myself against Mr. I'm on that bullshit again, Corey. He somehow wanted to debate me. I don't really be debating on here. When I do the verses, it's usually me just hello sir, how you doing? Um and Lisa. Yeah, is I like that hashtag. I usually just be the moderator on the verses, but he was talking so much shit on his Facebook group page. And I kind of just checked him on one of the posts that he made, which was obviously about like Bud and his sister. Like he even made like a YouTube video about it. So I told him that whatever his sister said, a hit dog always holler, which he was a dog and he obviously got hit and he made a little he got a little annoyed and I think I had him shaking in his boots and we were going back and forth for like maybe an hour or so on Facebook. And then he's like, you know what, you never want to battle me. I'm just like, I never asked to battle you. Like uh, because at the time he was a Bud fan. But now he's a Spence fan again. So yeah. Yeah, because for today, yeah, because when y'all see him come up here, that's all he's gonna really talk about anyways, and he really think he be up on shit, and if that's what the Spence team has on their side, by all means, have it, have it. No, he didn't bait me in. He didn't bait me in because I was like, hey, I need to get more streaming hours, so I was just like, whatever, I'll do it just to get some viewers, viewing streaming time in because I'm not monetized yet. So he didn't really bait me in because I clearly could have said no. It was me just like wanting to do something to get like the channel popping again. So whatever. He didn't bait me in. Yes. Listen to the lady. Press the like button as you come in, please, people. Thank you very much. I'm not even taking kudos because when I do the verses, it's not for me to battle. It's I'm the moderator usually. But since I was having trouble getting a couple of people on the Bud side, I said in the meantime I'll just do Corey and I, and get that going just to get like the buzz going again for the verses because I haven't done it in so long. So yeah. But this should be interesting. Hopefully, he keeps the same energy that he always has online talking shit. Um, yeah, but his Bud's sister had tweeted something about like YouTubers saying like YouTubers always talking shit about her brother, and I don't know, I can't remember exactly what the words were, but he took that tweet and then made a whole YouTube video in it, and then went on Facebook talking shit, and then I called him out on it, and that's how we ended up here. So yeah. Um, what's the drink for the night? So I made this is a new concoction that I made. This is Bacardi rum, um, cranberry juice, which is the norm, but then I added some ginger ale in there. And you know what? I do not taste the liquor whatsoever. I don't know if that's a good thing, but right now it's working, and I like it. It tastes really good. Mm, let me see. I never had so many people talking in the chat, so it's like I'm kind of missing a lot of your things here. All right, call this fight a true 50 fight. Yeah, it really is truly a 50-50 fight. But if you're like a stan of one fighter, you're not gonna agree that it's a 50-50 fight. You're gonna say, talk the shit that he's been talking. And in 6 minutes we'll see if he has that same energy. Yeah. Got my ski masks that I have to I'll be mounting this on later because I have some bodies to dig in the grave. um yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree, sir. Stay tuned. I agree. Stay tuned. Yeah, I hope so. He hit me up because I sent him the link and I told him 7:30. So he got 5 minutes to get here. So he he I don't ever see him duck no smoke for debating. So he'll show up. He'll definitely show up. Try right sangria with Casamigos. So, sangria and Casamigos. Casamigos usually does the job by itself, but uh, um, I just do boxing. How you doing? Oh, this, well, welcome everybody to the chat. This is kind of like the most popping chat I've had since the last boxing versus. So tonight we will be having a versus between myself and Mr. On that bullshit again with a moderator by the name of Jake Donovan, who's the senior writer for the boxing scene. So yeah, stay tuned, y'all. It should be having a good 5 minutes or so. Y'all making me nervous now. Don't put the pressure on me. Yeah, so we're waiting for the pull up at 7:30. Yes, yes. Oh, hey, long live boxing. How you doing? All right. I'm gonna wait for that ding that shows somebody's added to the stream. Oh, I'm not scared. I'm drinking. I'm good. I was just talking shit, but I didn't expect all these people already because it starts at 7:30. Mm. Oh God, look at Killer. People. I'm not going to uh I'm not going to say bad things about him. This is a debate for boxing, okay? So I'm going to be am I stuck here? Hold on. My internet start acting funny now. All right, there you go. I'll be debating against you probably know him, Mr. I'm on that bullshit again. So yeah. Yeah, I tell you, the for this not being like a Texas channel, I do have a lot of Spence appreciate it. Oh, look. Hey.
What's up?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? All right.
Were you
Okay.
knockout with
Um,
Nayka?
yeah.
You looking
Knockouts with
beautiful
my guy.
tonight.
Thank you,
Knockouts
thank
with
you.
Nayka. You looking beautiful tonight.
Thank
Um,
you, thank you. Hey, we
I,
got Jake Downers on, man. Let me introduce y'all. All right. Do you have a drink, Jake, or no?
I just got water. Yeah.
Oh, come
I
on.
got I
Hey.
got my blue cup. What's going
Okay.
on?
How you doing? Thanks. First, I want to say thanks for accepting to be the moderator.
Yeah, of course.
Jake Donovan is a senior writer for the boxing scene, and he's probably one of the most like non-biased people on social media that I have seen, even in his writing. So that's why I chose him to be the moderator because I've never seen him be like Team Bud or Team Spence or like Team anybody. He's just like boxing across the board.
Yeah.
So you guys can follow him on Twitter at Jake Donovan because that's my it's not Jake in the Box on Twitter, is it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry, Jake in the Box.
It's all good.
My
All
bad.
good.
And Mister, I'm on that bullshit. You
Ooh,
wanna you
ooh,
wanna you
ooh.
want to you want to uh
yeah,
present yourself
yeah.
because I
Y'all
know
know
you
how.
I know you I know you have a whole spiel. Go ahead.
Yeah, y'all know how I do. It's your boy, Mr. 214. Hold up. Senor Dos Uno Cuatro. Hold up. Senor Dos Catorce. Mr. Undeniable. Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day. Yeah. What's popping, Nayka? What's popping, Jake and Jake in the box? What's
uh,
popping, my guy?
God, you
Not
are
much.
so. I thought I was extra, but no, I think I
Hold
think
up.
you.
Oh, look at Nayka. Done wore that Tupac shirt. What you on tonight?
Well,
What you on tonight, cuz? That's
stay
how you
tuned.
feel. That's how you feeling.
Stay tuned. Okay, so I want to tell the people a little bit about how this versus came about because I initially had a versus set up for like Team Bud and Team Spence, but I'm still like gathering people for that. But in the meantime, as of lately, you have been on social media, i.e., like Facebook, Instagram, campaigning for Spence now. And I guess Bud's sister had tweeted something about YouTubers and they're talking shit, and you kind of took offense to it and you made a YouTube video about it,
Yeah.
and you talking shit on Facebook, and I commented on your on your post, and I said a hit dog will holler, and you're one of those people that she's talking about, and you got in your feelings because that when something hits, it hits, and then we went back
Hold
and
up. I
forth
got in
for a
my
while.
feelings, Nayka. Hold up. Hold them up.
Yeah,
Swallow them up.
yeah,
I got in
yeah.
my feelings, or did you comment and say a hit dog would holler?
I did comment a hit dog will holler, but that's not me
Okay.
being in my feelings. That's me speaking facts. A dog was hit, and they hollered, and that was you commenting on Facebook, doing them, and you made a YouTube video about it. Did you not?
I did.
Okay, so who was in their feelings?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
It wasn't in their feelings. It was just me addressing his sister, understanding, and you can't have it one way and think you ain't gonna get it the other. Like when people praising Bud Crawford, which let me holler at you, Naka, since you say I'm
it's
jumping
not
over.
it's not
Oh, I'm
it's
sorry.
Nayka.
I'm
Nayka. I
sorry,
don't even know
I'm
where you get
sorry.
not
I'm
Naka.
sorry,
So
Nayka. I'm sorry, Miss Knockouts with Nayka. Let me holler
yeah,
at you
yeah.
real quick, because I already know what you're gonna say. But before you say it, why don't you mention to the public how we got Terrence Crawford #1 on the spit bucket pound for pound list? Yeah, that away.
Okay, but that's not what you were speaking. What you were speaking is that to the fact that you said that his sister was in her feelings about
She was.
people speaking about Bud, and so nevertheless, you and I went back and forth, and you said that you wanted to debate me
Hmm.
about. I'm assuming this would be about Spencer Crawford,
Yep.
um, and so I accepted the challenge because I really know the type of person I have been following you as of recently, and I see all like, I see how you operate. So,
What that mean?
I guess exactly what I meant, exactly what I said.
Oh,
I see how you
excuse me.
operate.
Well,
I see how you
excuse me.
operate. I see how you operate. So I know that you're gonna come here today with like a bunch of bullshit facts. So like, what you say, what you think are facts, but essentially they'll be opinions of yours. But I'm just here to say that opinions are not facts. So I'm just gonna put that on the table. Um, but can I just clear up something before we even start?
Yeah.
Are you a Spence fan or are you a Bud fan? I'm just gonna clear that up.
What do you mean, am I Spencer? What type of question is that?
That's a real question.
No, I'm saying like because you see me critique somebody.
No,
Am I supposed to be a fan?
I'm
I'm
asking you today.
neither. I'm neither. I love the
No,
sport of boxing.
no.
Nayka. Let me say it right. Nayka.
So you don't have an answer. This is your answer, right?
No, you asked me, am I a fan of I'm a fan of boxing. Like if if Earl Spence could get the smoke, Terrence Crawford could get the smoke. If Terrence Crawford could get the smoke, Earl Spence could get the smoke. Simple as that.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so you
So
had a problem with me coming on here saying his sister was in her feelings, talking about YouTubers talking. Don't try to get interviews. That's what's wrong with Terrence Crawford, right? And his fan base.
all right,
That's what's wrong.
so we go get this started then, because you're
Uh,
already starting with like.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
should
I'm
I put
sorry.
my ski mask on? So
I
I'll let.
apologize. Oh,
All
oh,
right,
shit.
okay, all right.
Oh, y'all see how she coming, girl? Oh, shit.
Wait, hold on. Hold up.
She putting it on, Jake in the
This
box. You
is
hear me?
something. Yeah, this is something.
Hey, but I don't want nobody to get it twisted. Like Nayka is my dog. I just
Mhm.
got to crush her tonight. You know what I'm saying? She
Of
is my
course, man.
dog. I respect, her to the fullest. I don't want nobody to get on here thinking that like Women Crushing Wednesdays is one of my favorite shows. You know, she do
Yep.
with my homegirl In the Ring with Christine. So it has nothing to. This is not me disliking Naka. I'm just not none of them other dudes who like who like to lick the sweat from
Right.
anything that drop off of Nike. See, I'm gonna come on her and really talk to her today.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
you doing the most. You doing the most. You doing the
There
most.
we go.
You doing the most. You doing the most. You are doing the most. All right. So thanks everybody for coming in. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, and
yeah.
subscribe. Um, so you know what, Jake, you wanna just like, cause since you do right on both of these fighters,
Yeah,
do
of
you wanna
course.
just maybe like just pop off a question about either, and I'm gonna let him answer first because he is a guest in my house. So
Look
Okay,
at
so
her, y'all. Look at
let's
her, y'all. Look at her, y'all. That's what Nike
ready?
like to do. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Jake in the Box. Real quick before we
it's all
start.
good.
See, Nike don't. She talking about she know me. No, Nike, I know you. You are a counter puncher. You are a devastating counter puncher. But I'm with
not
it
that.
though.
Okay, all right, whatever.
Okay, so now how do we want to do this debate? Do we want to do it like true debate style, 3 questions, or you just want to do one question and just pop off from there?
We could do like one question, pop off from there, and see because he's not gonna like be one and done. He's gonna like ramble off
Right.
like.
All right, so let's try this for now then. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to spit. Is that cool?
Yeah,
I think that's too long.
Oh, you want
maybe
three
three
then?
3 minutes,
3 minutes. Okay.
I,
three
All right,
I
minutes.
check.
think
Yeah.
2 or 3 minutes would be good because I think if we start spitting for 5 minutes, it'll go off dialogue. You know, two, three
No
minutes
problem.
to get your point across. I'm with it. If you cool with that,
Okay.
knockouts with Nike.
Yeah, I am.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do.
Well,
I'm gonna ask you a question first, Mr. IOTBA. You're gonna get 3 minutes. Nike, you're gonna get 3 minutes to respond.
all
If there's
right.
anything you wanna
Y'all know
if
what
you
I'm
want to offer a
representing.
rebuttal, okay, TSP, there you go. If
Yeah.
anything you want to offer a rebuttal, you get 1 minute for that. And the Nike, same thing. Got it?
I like that. I like that. All
All
right.
right. I'm shutting this shit down if you guys go long.
All right.
I, re- I respect that, Jake in the Box.
He's a New Yorker. Just
Get
he's a New
get
Yorker,
ready
so
for
that's why.
Nike because you know Nike. She talking about my win. That girl got some wind on her.
All right, now hold up. This is the main thing. You guys start interrupting each other, that's going to count against you. Got it?
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
All
Cause
right. We
she
need.
thank you because that one up there in my
Already
left hand
cutting Jake
corner.
off. You already cutting Jake off.
All
Oh, damn.
right. I'm going to need the audience too to check in. All right. So you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to start the clock. The first question is going to be, why do you feel Errol Spence is the class of the 147-pound division? You got 3 minutes.
It's as simple as having 3 belts. Jake in the Box and everybody on her on with knockouts with Nike. He's been in that division. Um, when he had 2 belts, Terrence Crawford had 1 belt. I think it was questionable. You could make comments and say, oh, why Terrence Crawford ain't getting a fair share, why we don't look at him like that, since Terrence Crawford done been in the 135-pound division, 140-pound division. Then he came up to 147. But this ain't 135, Nike. This ain't 140, Nike. This is 147. And Earl Spence has truly been the creme de la creme of 147 since his run in the division. See, the thing is, people get Earl a lot of slack because, you know, and I was one of the ones, see, people don't mention this. They don't mention how I criticized Earl Spence when he told Terrence Crawford, why would I fight you when I could take the easy route? I criticized him from that. Was real critical. That's the reason why he get criticized, right? But the main thing about it, Jake in the Box, you know you a senior writer. You understand the game. He has 3 belts in the division. What happened at 135 and 140 doesn't matter. When Terrence Crawford came in this division, whoever out of them two had the most belts is that guy. And it's clear to me that Earl Spence, from beating Kell Brook to beating Sean Porter to recently beating your Gainus Ugas, he has solidified himself as being that guy in the 147-pound division. And that's just clearly no debating. See, my problem is people want to talk about 135 and 140. Well, when you move up to another division, that don't matter. Don't try to come at me with your accomplishments from 135 and 140 and think you could put them in the mix from 147. That's not the way it go. If you got the most belts, if you are the most popular guy, if people is circulating around you like they are Earl Spence. That's the difference. How much time I got left?
You got 1 minute.
Okay, this is the thing right here with Terrence Crawford. And people don't understand. Even with Terrence Crawford being at 135, even with him being at 140, undisputed at 140. He was unified at 135, undisputed at 140. He has the WBO 147-pound belt at right now. It means nothing. You know why? Because the guy is not in the ring, but outside the ring when you're trying to build the fight, Terrence Crawford is boring. You hear his sister say, "Oh, don't come up here and try to get no interviews." Well, sister, let me holler at you. That's a part of the game. You win some, you lose some. You live to fight another day. Some media is going to critique you. Some media is going to give you, they're going to say things good about you. It comes with the game.
Right on time.
Okay. So,
All right.
okay, sorry.
Ready?
Yes.
You got 3 minutes. Take your sip.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right. So the question was, why is he the best? Who's the best fighter at 147? You jumped around 135. Like that wasn't even the question. You actually listed all of Bud's accomplishments in all the other weight classes that he became a champion. So thank you for that. So you saying that Errol Spence, because he has all the belts, but this is not because he fought Terrence Crawford. He told Terrence Crawford to get a belt and the fights would happen, and it never did. When he told him, did he not tell Terrence Crawford to go get the belt with Jeff Horn, and then the fight would happen? It didn't happen. So yeah, Errol Spence was collecting belts, but he knew the last dog that he had to meet that would actually essentially take those belts. He didn't want to take that fight yet. So they're working on it. Hopefully it happens. But I feel like a pound for pound fighter is, in my opinion, a fighter who dominates and at more than one weight. And Terrence Crawford already has done that. So he's trying to, his last gem to his fist or his belt, his glove is Errol Spence. I don't feel like you're saying that Terrence Crawford is boring outside the ring. We're here, we're having a freaking debate about Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. So obviously this fight has enough, enough glamour, I guess, on it for us to be sitting up here debating about it. And essentially you becoming a Spence fan again because you were once a Bud fan. And I actually want to play one of your
Y'all just want to do everything y'all can to just steady disrespect Terrence Crawford, right? Man, we seen Sean Porter get knocked down, and we know if that fight would have went on any longer, it was going to be a world star moment. So why is everybody crying around the world from the 214 or wherever you at to across the pond talking about bad stoppage? How could that be a bad stoppage when he knocked him down, then knocked him down again, and he was finna fatality and finish him in my Mortal Kombat voice?
Okay. And then also,
Because I'm criticizing him now, right? And y'all want to try to use the fact that we ain't cool no more is the reason why I'm criticizing him. I'm not going to let y'all do that. Because guess what? This is what Earl Spence said himself. Check this out.
Say all those negative things in front of him?
Negative, like, what did I say?
Oh, now you denied it
What
already?
did I say? I just said he fought another little guy. Why wouldn't you think I asked him that, Eddie?
I don't think you would.
Okay, so
Time's up.
this is all right.
Sorry. That's okay. All right. You got 1 minute. Do you want the
Okay,
1
so-
minute?
Yeah, I do want the 1 minute. This is the thing right here with you, Nayka. I already stated that. People criticizing Terrence Crawford because of his victory, so I'm not supposed to give Terrence Crawford his credit. His just due. He was the first one to stop Sean Porter. I'm not supposed to give him his credit or just due for that. You bring up a point saying, I'm saying everybody trying to do everything they can to discredit. Absolutely. I said that 100%. Because like you say, on our pound for pound, spit bucket, we have Terrence Crawford numero uno. You understand me? So why wouldn't I go back go to bat for Terrence Crawford. This ain't about being a fan of Terrence Crawford or a fan of Errol Spence. Right is right and wrong is wrong. He was the first man to stop Sean Porter. All the criticism he got, I thought was petty, so I had to address the bullshit.
All right. Nayka, you have 1 minute if you want it.
Okay, so in your video, you stated that you asked Errol Spence, why is he fighting another little guy? Like this, you did that's what you asked him. So now you're saying that he's fought the best, but in your critique once before, you said that he was fighting nothing but little guys. So like you gotta make it make sense. Like is Errol Spence this dominating fighter, or is he this guy who's picking on little guys? Which one is it? Like you got to make up your mind. You always flip flopping on what you feel a fighter is like doing in the game, and it's never like on Monday. It's never the same as Wednesday. Like you wake up and you change your opinions the way you change your draws. If you change your draws, so you got to keep it consistent. You really do. You really do.
Hold up, Jake in the box. She lying.
No, I was gonna say no. There was questions asked. I'm definitely going to give you a chance to respond. So go ahead. You got it.
She lying. She lying. I wasn't asking Errol Spence that, Nayka. If you would have watched the whole video, you would have seen Ellie Segbeck ask
Because I'm
me
criticizing him now.
about.
And y'all want to try to use the fact that we ain't cool no more
I
is the
heard that in
reason
my
why
ear.
I'm criticizing him.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let y'all do that.
Is you go, oh, so you
Because
gonna
guess
interrupt
what?
my rebuttal?
This
Okay,
one,
all right. You know what?
No,
Do
I
your
no,
rebuttal.
no.
And then I'll play it
what-
after. I'll play
no.
it after. My bad.
Okay,
My
all right.
apologies.
So
sir.
look,
Go ahead.
this the
Go ahead,
thing right
sir.
here.
Go ahead,
Knock
sir.
out with Nayka. That was almost good. You almost got me. But look at the whole entire video, and you will see that I was talking about Gervonta Tank Davis. How about them apples, ma'am?
No. You were speaking. You asked Errol Spence why
No,
is he gonna fight another small guy? That's what
Nayka,
you
that's my
asked him.
interview. Go put up the whole interview. You're
I
lying to
know
the
that was
public.
the interview, and that's what you cut off in your interview.
Me and
That was
Ellie
what you
gotta
cut off
know
in
what.
your interview.
Me and Ellie was talking about Tank. He said, "Would you?"
He wanted you to he wanted to keep you honest, because when you were in front of the guy that you were talking about, he wanted you to be honest and stay honest about the things that you were saying on your channel. You don't
Nayka,
never keep
see,
the same. You
like
you once said that Errol Spence is doing nothing but fighting little guys, and now you're saying something different.
hey, Jake in the box.
Now he's the best at
look.
147. He's fighting all the best competition, but before it was, are you gonna fight another little guy? You gotta stop fighting these little guys. That's what you said.
That I wasn't
Okay, give him a
talking
chance.
about.
Okay.
I wasn't talking about Earl Spence. That video was about Gervonta Davis, because I was so heavily criticizing Gervonta Davis. If you would have scrolled up your articles, I made a video about Gervonta, and he said when he see me, he was going, whoop me, right? So Ellie was talking about Tank. I was talking about Tank. That's why I said you was almost good, but you just pulled a little clip.
You clearly wait. I'm gonna play it again because
That's not the whole video, Nayka.
Okay, hold on. Don't play this.
Spence
Don't play
said,
this.
Okay.
Do you have a chance to get the video? Do you have a chance to access the video?
Let's see. Anybody who know that, I remember when me and Ellie was going. It's on my YouTube. It's gonna take me. But Nayka, you lying. That wasn't the truth.
I didn't even say these words. I played the video and it came out of your mouth. So who's lying, me or you?
Nayka, I wasn't talking about Earl Spence.
Oh my God.
I was talking about Gervonta Davis, ma'am.
You asked Errol Spence, was he gonna fight another little guy?
Ellie asked me, would you say that in his face? I say, yeah, if he was here, I'll ask him why he fighting another little guy. Earl was right there, so obviously I wasn't talking about Earl, because if I was, I would have said, Earl Spence, why do you keep fighting these little guys? We was talking about Tank Davis.
Okay.
You was almost, that was almost a good one.
You changed your opinion, just like I said, like you changed your draws. Like I can find that for today, and then on Wednesday you'll be saying something different. So I have a whole file of the shit that you've been saying when you were once a Bud fan.
Okay, I have a question. Hold on. Let me ask the question. Do we know when this video was made?
That's when me and Earl was cool still. That's why I say she totally off.
Do you know that?
Earl, it was like in what fight was Earl had just became IBF champion, and he was finna fight Mikey Garcia, she lying. I'm trying to find
Okay, because
it.
I see a comment in the comment section referring. That's why I was trying to get that out of you.
What they say?
That's his if you're talking about the spit bucket, that's his partner in crime.
Yeah, but Nayka, you
They
remember
have a
I just said,
podcast, and we'll go ahead and promote it. The spit bucket right here.
but
This
remember
is his buddy.
but
This is
see,
his
look,
buddy. Not
but
him.
look, don't let her do that, Jake in the Box. Remember when she brought up that clip about Terrence Crawford, and I said, yeah, I had to go to bat for Terrence Crawford because he had just did something nobody else did. So if I would agree with her and say, yeah, I did say that because I had to go and gave an explanation about the reason why I went to bat for him. That was almost a good one, Nayka, but
all right,
even
but
your
you're not
homegirl,
the same person who said that you didn't make fun of Errol Spence when you said that he went 12 rounds with Mikey Garcia and he didn't knock him out. You didn't say that?
that was Mike. That was another video with Mikey. I was talking about. No,
Did
I
you
said
not say that? Did you
no.
not say that?
Look. I did say.
I'll pull it up.
I did. No, I did say that. I said Earl Spence threw over 1,200 punches against Mikey Garcia and couldn't knock him out. I did say that. So if I'm going to agree with you that I said that, you need to do your research and stop feeding the public. No, you wrong. That was about Tank Davis.
That you said that about him and
Oh
Mikey
my
Garcia.
God.
I did my research.
No, I did.
I could pull up the post that you said that about Mikey Garcia. That's why
Nayka, I'm
don't wanna
agreeing
keep
with
pulling out
you.
receipts.
No, I want you to pull. I'm agreeing with you. I did say that about Mikey Garcia, but in that particular situation, Ellie Segback and me were talking about Tank Davis. I promise you that.
Okay, all right.
I'm trying to find it.
All right, well, keep looking. But so, what did you mean when you said? What was your intention when you stated that Errol Spence could not knock out Mikey Garcia? He went 12 rounds with him, and instead you said if it was Terrence Crawford, he would have knocked him out. Those were your words.
Okay, so as we all know, when it comes to Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence is a guy who gets stronger as the rounds go on. When Terrence Crawford get in the ring, he has power in each hand, miss knockouts with Nayka. So that means at any particular point of the fight,
You can just say Nayka. You didn't need to.
Okay. So Nayka, at any particular point, Terrence Crawford, lethal in both hands, could catch Mikey Garcia, and I think he has a better chance of finishing Mikey Garcia than the Earl Spence did. That was a proper critique because we see Terrence Crawford get in the ring with either hand and knock people the hell out. It took Earl. Look, that was that should have raised everybody's antennas up on Earl Spence when he went 12 rounds with Mikey Garcia.
Exactly. So my thing is, if you said that about Errol Spence with Mikey Garcia, and you're saying that Terrence Crawford would have knocked him out, what you said that for was you were trying to make the point that Errol Spence would get knocked out by Terrence Crawford. That was your rant on that Facebook post.
No, it wasn't. Styles make Nayka. I just explained to you that Earl Spence is the type of fighter who gets stronger as the rounds go on, and he knock people out. Terrence Crawford's style is he can knock you out with either hand. So styles make fights. Mikey Garcia getting in the ring with a Terrence Crawford, to me, he would knock out Mikey Garcia. Earl Spence went in there and went 12. Did Earl Spence win every round? Absolutely. And we give him credit with that. And also say this, I criticized Earl too. Because Earl was the guy talking about, I want to show everybody I know how to box. No, in boxing, you don't get paid for overtime. So when Earl said that, I had to criticize him because he know you don't get paid for overtime. That was just his way of making up an excuse because Earl Spence was getting criticism, not from me, but from a lot of people around the world that you went 12 rounds with Mikey Garcia. I'm on here to talk about how them Nebraska folks and Texas folks, this is where it's go.
You're one of those Texas folks.
No, I am, but at least you can see I'm keeping it 100. See, this is the thing right here. You ain't also mentioning it.
You kind of gotta keep it 100 because you know that I have all the receipts.
No, you could, but Nayka, I done said all of this. Nayka, I was the same one who gave Keith Thurman that energy when he was ducking Earl Spence. And guess what? I was also no, hold up. That coincide with what I'm saying. No, that coincide I know that coincide with what I'm saying.
One said that
No,
Terrence Crawford was
no,
going to dog walk
that
Errol
that
Spence,
that co
and
that co.
now,
Excuse
and
me,
now,
excuse me. Can I finish?
now you're
Nayka,
That
spitting
co.
in the bucket.
Nayka,
Now you're spitting
No,
in the
I'm
bucket.
saying
Okay.
that coincides with what I'm saying. I was also the guy who said Earl Spence was ducking Terrence Crawford,
Yeah,
and that's clear cut,
exactly.
no debating. Terrence Crawford.
So what changed? So what changed?
What you mean? What changed? I gotta let the truth come to the power when the power come to the truth.
That don't make no sense.
No, right now it ain't nothing
It
left.
don't
Now,
make
if
no sense.
no, hold up, look. Earl Spence showed us after he beat Jorganis Ugas. He put that famous picture up with TC on the door. Now, if Earl Spence don't fight Terrence Crawford next, he's going to get all the smoke.
Okay, so
Okay,
now
you just
you're what you're essentially saying is that you're back to being a Spence fan because he beat Eugenics Ugas. Is that
No,
what I'm gathering? Because
that's,
that's not the energy you had before the Ugas fight. That is not
no.
the energy you had. That
Look,
is not the
hold
energy you
up.
had.
Can I tell you the energy I had? I was disappointed. I didn't want to see Ugas versus Earl Spence. I didn't want to see that. A lot of people, I want to see Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford. Because Earl Spence being off, getting injured in the car wreck, having a retina, we didn't know how he was going to look. And if Earl
And
Spence
then
would have
and can I just interject why you said that he was in the car accident, and
Mhm.
you also said that Crawford is always in the gym, and that Spence is always out dancing, partying, and drinking.
Well,
Right?
Nayka, obviously that was true. Didn't the world from
But
the
I'm
214
just saying
hold
that
up,
you were
ho-
critiquing him
hold up.
in the worst
Oh,
manner that you
okay, all right.
could.
You just asked me a question. Let me
Okay,
answer it,
so
and then you could.
answer it, my
So
guy.
obviously
Answer
that
it.
was true, Nayka. Not only was I saying it, everybody was saying because
We're
we
not
were
talking about
scroll.
everybody. I'm talking about
Hold
you.
up.
I'm talking about you.
don't
All
I'm
right,
interrupt
not
him.
okay.
talking about you. I'm
All
talking
right.
about
So
you.
I
I'm
was
talking about
scrolling
you.
up my articles like everybody else, seeing him out here doing this and that. Right? So we ain't supposed to speak on that. Terrence Crawford is a guy who always in the gym. I think now, after Earl's situation, he has rededicated himself back to that because that Earl Spence wasn't a guy that I knew that was always partying and doing this when I was covering him, when he was hungry, when he became champion. When he became champion, he got a little lackadaisical. And unfortunately, he had this situation. IOTBA sent prayers all to him. But now he's back refocused. So why not criticize him when you see Earl Spence doing this and that? Am I lying when I say Terrence Crawford always in the gym? See, you're trying to make this a Earl Spence, Terrence
Uh,
Crawford thing, right? I'm just on
That's
here to
what
tell the
that's
truth.
what it is.
You
That's
got
what
in
it
your
is.
feelings
That's
because I
what it
said,
is.
no, you got on here and got in your feelings because I said Terrence Crawford sister need to stop crying.
No, you got in your feelings because what she said was she was calling out YouTubers who talk shit, saying that her brother was gonna get beat by Aerospace because you're one of those people now. But once before, you were one of those people that said that Terrence Crawford would beat Spence, and that Spence was not dedicated, that he was out drinking and smoking, kissing other guys, and doing all that.
I never,
Hold
I
on, hold
never.
on. Don't respond.
You
Don't
didn't say
respond.
that. You didn't say that.
Hold
You
up.
didn't say that
No,
because I'll pull it
no, no,
up.
no, no.
He's not.
I did say some of that, but saying he was kissing other guys, you got to show
You
me the
you
evidence on that. Show me the evidence.
okay.
Don't do that.
Okay, hold on. All right, so
You didn't say
we're
that.
gonna end this round. We're gonna end this round. So now I'm asking another question to try to start another dialogue. I don't want to speak this negative energy, but if this fight does not happen, whose legacy suffers the most from it? Nayka, I'm gonna start with you, and you got 3 minutes.
I think that Spence's legacy will suffer from it because Terrence Crawford's already a Hall of Famer, so he don't really need this fight. It's just a fight that the people want to see, that we all want. We all want to see this fight, but it's not for it's not going to mess up anything for the legacy for Bud. It's definitely going to be for Spence, and to me, it's more so on him because he had more than enough chances to fight Terrence Crawford. He even told them, "Hey, if you go get that Jeff Horn belt, we're gonna get this fight going." And then what did Bud do? He went and got that belt, and what happened? Nothing. So if the legacy is what Spence is looking for, you know, and he doesn't get it, that's on him. But Terrence Crawford does not need this fight for a legacy. He's already a Hall of Famer. So this is just a fight that the fans, want to see, and that's just it. So.
And look, I agree 100%. I think Terrence Crawford.
Oh,
No
Damn,
interrupted.
that's a
Come on.
that's a real that's a so you don't want me to answer that serious?
no,
I
go
agree
ahead,
100.
do you, my
I
guy?
agree 100%. I done
I'm
made
sorry I added the
videos.
ad libs. I'm sorry I added the ad libs. My
No,
bad.
I
Do
done made.
sorry.
See if you was doing your research like you did when you brought up that videos, you would have seen. I said this Earl Spence won't be able to live down this. Let's be honest. He will not be able to live down this. Why you didn't fight that guy? He's going to get this question asked to him the rest of his career. If Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford don't fight each other, this will hurt Earl Spence's legacy more. Clearly, no debating. I can't argue with that. This ain't about if I'm Team Earl Spence or Team Crawford. I'm Team nobody. I
No,
just
you're
want to
not.
see the fight.
No. You got me until you said that because you are Team Spence today. You are Team Spence, and you've been Team Spence ever since. I did the calculations. It's been since like right after the Spence and Ugas fight. That's
Yeah,
when you
okay.
got back on the Spence train. But you were definitely a Bud fan. You were definitely going hardcore for him. And now, I don't know what happened that you became a Bud fan because you first were a Spence fan.
Yeah.
I just want you to enlighten me on that. What happened that you became a Bud fan and you were like a Bud fanatic at that? It wasn't even a fan, you were a fanatic.
So
Just
look,
enlighten
so look, this is the thing right here. What you stating is all true.
me. I
But I
know.
was never, I'm from Dallas, Texas. I hope everybody understand that, right? Me first
Oh,
coming into this boxing industry,
okay.
I didn't know that I was gonna rise to the occasion like that and, get behind my fighter and be around that fighter. So, with no experience coming into the game, you learn quick, especially when you go through adversity, with a situation that you can't be biased like that. Me coming in, I was inexperienced, Jake in the box. I will admit to that I was inexperienced. I was being obviously biased for one side because she is correct. I was Team Earl Spence. And to be truly, since she want to crank it back up, and I'm being honest, this ain't got. I was team. I'm admitting to that, right? But since me growing from that situation, I had to understand you have to keep it a buck all the way around. Just because you like a person, you have to, just because you like somebody, you got to give everybody that same respect. But if we're gonna get in a Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence situation, I never thought Terrence Crawford could beat Earl Spence, and this me being unbiased.
That's a damn lie. 'Cause
I never thought. No,
I
I'm
have videos.
okay.
I have
So
videos.
let me.
I
All right.
have
So let me
videos.
say
I
this.
have
All right. Hold on.
videos.
Hold on.
I
Hold on.
have
Hold on. Let me
videos,
say
my
this.
guy. I have
No.
videos.
Because
I
you
have
got to understand.
videos.
Look,
I have
Nayka,
videos.
me and Earl. Look,
I
people
know,
got to
and if
understand.
you're not keeping it a book, because the only
I'm.
reason why you became a Bud fan is because Spence kind of like shunned you off the team.
I had
He,
to tell the truth, Nayka.
no, that's why you became a Bud fan. It
So
wasn't
how
because you
long?
had
How
somebody
long?
being
But
biased.
so
You
how
gave
long?
this no, wait.
No.
You gave this whole spiel about you had to learn that in the game you can't be biased and and this and that. But what it was is he kind of like shooed you away from the team, and then you got in your feelings. You even cried about it,
Who
and then you
cried?
became a Bud. You cried.
Who cried?
There's a video on YouTube of you crying about it.
Where's the fucking video of me? Show me the video right now. I'm crying.
Are you serious?
No, my name Corey. Nice to meet you. Show me the
No,
video.
Are you serious? Because
No, I
I'm
said
gonna
my
pull it
name
up. I
Corey.
wasn't gonna play
Nice
the
to
video of
meet
you
you.
crying, but I
Show
will
me the
play it.
video.
Okay. All right.
Do we have the video?
Yeah, we do have the video.
All
Come
right.
on. Now
Let's see the
look, this
video.
the thing right here. She said I was literally crying
You were
on
crying.
YouTube. If that would have been the biggest story from the 214 to across the pond. Look,
It was, and it
hold up.
is.
If you seen this big old black burly looking motherfucker crying all on social media, having a breakdown. Now look, that's neither here or there. Like I'm past that situation,
Oh,
right?
so you don't want to play the video? We
No,
just
you can play. You can play. No, play the video. I'm not Nayka. I'm just talking to the audience. This is a debate, but that's neither here or there.
I mean, I
Me
have
and
people
Earl,
on here who have been
I
seen you
don't
cry
give.
about it.
Look, I don't give a damn what people say. I'm talking to you, Nayka. See, that's what
Yeah,
you do. I'm
yeah,
talking
but
to
you
you.
no,
Then you just
I don't.
tell me about you won't care with nobody else. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, and what Nayka is telling you is that you did not become a Bud fan because you had this epiphany about that you need to grow in boxing. You can't be biased about your home team and all of this. It was because Spence let you like he shooed you away from the team. Like y'all had like a falling, you had fallen out with his trainer, and then you got in your feelings, and then you became a Bud fan, right?
I'm letting you
So
go so
yeah,
I could.
okay, okay,
No, it ain't. I'm letting you talk so I could
okay.
go
So you didn't fall
next.
out with Derrick James?
Nayka, yes.
And that's why you became a Bud fan. Are you
No, it ain't got nothing to do. Hold up. We
okay?
had a fallout. Damn, Nayka, you act like we ain't human beings. Like we don't have fallouts with people every
Yeah,
day, B. That don't got nothing to
yeah.
do with me
You're not from New
saying
York, so
I
you can't
was
talk like
never,
that.
say, but let me tell you something. You think I hate on Bud, right? I don't hate on Bud. We the
You hate
Spit
on Bud
Bucket
now
Pod.
because
Hold
now you're
up.
back
No, I'm
to
not
Spence.
hating on
Yeah.
Bud. I'm just telling the
Okay.
truth.
All right.
I think Bud is the clear B side, and he need to understand that. That's what you don't like being a Terrence Crawford supporter. You don't like me saying them words and telling the truth. But look, us,
No,
the
I
Spit
don't
Bucket.
like a flip flopper
All
who
right,
was
hold
just
on. All
riding
right,
the
okay. Let me
balls
finish
of
my point.
Crawford
All
to
right,
start talking shit about him.
all right.
That's what I
This
don't
ain't
like.
talking
That's
shit
what I don't
about.
like.
This ain't talking
Oh, okay.
shit.
Okay.
Look,
All
us
right.
the Spit
Okay.
Bucket. Floyd Mayweather was on here talking about how he threw the first NFT party, which was a bullshit lie. The Spit Bucket podcast, we had the 3 biggest suites in Cowboy Stadium. We threw the first official NFT party where we had all of Team Crawford in the building. We had they was only one who wasn't there was Terrence Crawford, but everybody else was in the building. So how can I be biased? It's come on now, stop that, Nayka.
No, I'm stating facts. You fell out with the coach of Errol Spence, and then they just like you couldn't go to any other fights with them. You couldn't sit, you couldn't be in that Team Spence space. So what the next best thing for you to do was be Team Bud, and that's what you did. So now
Nayka.
you're over here
Hold on.
crying to the people and trying to do that sob story, talking about I had to grow up and tell the people and realize that I had to not be biased. No, that's a whole bunch of bullshit. You got shunned by Team Spence, and then you started dick riding Team Crawford. True or not?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a chance to respond. Then we're
Oh
gonna shut
look,
this part down.
oh look.
Go ahead.
If I was dick riding Team Crawford, they wouldn't have had to pay to get in our event. Each one of them motherfuckers had to buy NFT to get in our goddamn event. They wouldn't have
This
got
is
in there.
business. What do you know?
Excuse me, let me talk.
Okay. No,
Jesus
I
Christ.
apologize. I apologize, sir.
I know this the Me Too season, but let me talk. But look. If that was the case, if I was whoop this and that, look, bro, I interview people all over the world. I be in a lot of the me and Earl, yeah, but Earl Spence ain't stopped nothing. You think? Look, I ain't around them no more. Who gives a shit? Life goes on. Nayka, are you still around the same people you were 5 years ago? All of them.
I didn't hang around boxes. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about just period, point blank, period.
I'm not
Okay, so
comparing that to boxes.
Jesus
we're gonna take a
Christ.
TV timeout.
When you
Please.
gonna let that go? Hold up. When is you gonna let that go? We ain't been kicking it for 4 years. I'm giving Earl Smith his credit. And as a matter of fact, man, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish thought. I was just gonna ask. We're getting a lot of demand to see this video, so I feel like we have to see this video.
I want to see it. Look, I got something in my cup too. I want to see it.
All right, so we're gonna take a break.
Yeah. So while
We'll be right back.
I'm looking for the video, I'll
All right.
put that on the screen right there.
That's what Earl Smith said about me. He wasn't lying. That was the truth. I told you
Yeah.
I was
And then
biased.
you fell out and you became Team Bud,
No,
right?
hey, listen, man, look. You learn, you gain experience. Jake, she a newbie, so she don't understand. Like, you gain experience when you go through this game, right? You can't, you
You
like,
learned late. Okay. All right.
woo. Come on, because Nayka, you just as ferocious as me. But I know this about Earl Smith and Terrence Crawford, so I ain't gonna come at you like you bringing up other stuff. I'm gonna stay on topic. But you go hard.
The topic is Errol Spence and
I know,
Crawford.
but you mad because I say his sister need to stop crying about media criticizing.
That's how we got here.
You said
That's
I
how
got
we
in
got
my
here.
but you said I got in my feelings. How was I in my
You made a video about it, and you
so?
were mad that she said that, and
So
because
hold
you
up.
know
So
that it hit home that you were one of those people that she was talking about.
no, I didn't give a shit.
To be hating on her brother. That was you.
Nayka,
She was talking about. That
Nayka,
was you.
I could clearly give a shit if I get an interview from any fighter. You know what I'm saying? I could give a shit if he wanted. I'm saying, why would she say that? It's of course it's gonna be criticism. It's gonna be good things about you. She may think I'm saying Terrence Crawford the B side, right? But on our pound for pound list, we
Yeah,
have him the number
I
one.
found one
For,
video of you crying, but I'm
damn,
not sure
why
if
is you?
it's
Okay, go ahead. Show the
if
video
it's
of me
on the tweet.
crying.
All right.
Show me crying, Nayka.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the one because I'm gonna keep looking, but this is definitely
So, so
uh
now if you ain't sure it's the one,
no
why can't you watch it first?
because I can't hear the sound of it. I gotta make sure this
No,
is the
that's
one of
me.
you
That's me
crying.
proposing to my wife.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
Ain't that a
Well,
bitch?
but I didn't see you pull. I didn't see you pull out. No.
Hey, that's me proposing to my wife.
Okay,
This
all
girl
right.
right here is gone
No.
mad.
That's why I said I'm not sure if that's the one, but there's another
Hell
picture of you
yeah, I was
crying.
crying when I proposed to my wife.
Okay, all right, okay. I stand
Jesus.
correct. That video is the one of you proposing to your wife, but I
I
did
was
see it.
crying like a motherfucker. Hell yeah,
Okay,
that was a
so
momentous.
that's
Oh,
how I know
hey,
you. I'll keep looking for the video of you crying about you being shunned by Team Spence, and that's why you became Team Bud.
I ain't team nobody. See, that's
Yes,
the
you
point.
are. Oh my
She
god. Oh
just
my
don't like.
god.
She just don't like the fact that I let Terrence Crawford you B side. Either take it or you ain't gonna get this fight. It's gonna be on you. She
Okay.
don't like the fact I'm saying, his sister, what you talking about? People critique Earl Spence all the time. But Earl still do his interviews. You rarely see Terrence Crawford doing anything. Am I lying about that, Jake in the Box?
Say that again. I missed it. What'd you say?
I say you barely see Terrence Crawford doing anything. Why would his sister? We talking about a guy who did 150, maybe 200,000 against a guy who was going into a fight thinking about retirement. Whew.
But you yourself said that let's not minimize that win against Sean
Yeah.
Porter. Did you not say
No,
that?
I did
You
say
didn't
that.
say
And
that.
can I
You didn't
explain?
say that.
That was at the time
Y'all
when
just want to do
No. That's what you
everything
said.
y'all can to just steady disrespect Terrence Crawford, right?
you played that before.
Man, we seen Sean
You just
Porter
brought it
get
up and said
knocked
that it
down,
was
and we know
fun.
if that fight would have
Yeah.
went on any longer, it
What's
was
the
going to
date
be
on
a
that?
world star
That was 7 months
moment.
ago.
So why is everybody crying around the world from the 214 or wherever you at to across the pond talking about bad stoppage? How could that be a bad stoppage when he knocked him down, then knocked him down again, and he was finna fatality and finish him in my Mortal Kombat voice?
Now hold up,
Okay.
Nayka. That was clearly me saying
No,
people talking
you
about
just said
no.
that.
Nayka, hold up.
Hold up. No, everybody was saying that was a bad stoppage. I was saying, how the fuck was that a bad stoppage when we knew people was finna go, that Terrence Crawford was finna kill him? If his daddy wouldn't have got up there and threw the white, I was going
Did you
against
not
every.
just bring up the fact that he was in there trying to fight a retired fighter, and
Yeah,
let's not take the credit away from him? And you just made that video. You don't keep the same energy about
Nayka.
anything that you
Look,
do.
no,
You
I'm
don't.
keeping this. Excuse me,
Oh
can
my
I
god.
rebuttal that? I'm keeping the same energy. We didn't know Sean Porter was gonna retire after the fight. Nayka, this is the thing
So
about
then why did you just
journalism.
bring that up
Hold on,
again?
excuse me.
You
Why do you keep
uh
interrupting me? This is the thing. I've been so
that's who I
respectful. This
am.
is the thing about journalism. It changed on a day-to-day basis, Nayka. You don't understand that. You can't keep the same
No, don't
opinion
try
you
to
had.
sue me. Well, first of all,
Excuse
you're
me.
not gonna try to
Hold up.
sue me on
No, no, why
journalism.
No
you
more
ain't let me
interrupting. Hold
talk?
up. Come on, man.
Okay.
Why she
Oh
ain't
my
let me?
god, I
You
can't.
can't. No, it ain't. I ain't schooling you because you're doing your thing, and I respect you to the fullest. I ain't schooling you. I'm sorry. Look, look. I'm sorry. I have to think about what I'm saying. I'm just getting a little heated, so I apologize for saying that. I ain't schooling you because you're doing your thing, right? But this the thing about boxing. It changed on a day-to-day basis. You ain't gonna keep the same opinion that you had 7 months ago.
Okay, but your opinion just happened to so change when you got kicked off of Team Spence.
My opinion ain't changed. I give Earl
It did.
Spence his
It did.
credit now.
No.
No,
Oh my God.
no. It changed.
you
Hey,
be
Nayka,
your
hold
opinion.
up.
You're just
I
saying
feel
that
like
you're
you going in
okay.
circles.
No. Because no, what you just said now is that opinion changes everything. So
It do.
that's what I'm gonna find out in boxing. But your opinion just happened to change about Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence when you got kicked off Errol Spence's team.
How long ago was that, Nayka?
I don't give a fuck how follow awards. That's
No,
fine.
no, but you hold up, but you acting like this just happened.
I don't
No,
care.
no,
I
but
don't care.
Nayka,
I don't care.
this happened like 5 years ago. Nayka, you move
Yeah, and you
on from
just recently
things.
became a Spence fan
No, I'm
again.
not a Spence fan. I
So
got to give
your
it.
opinion
No,
didn't
the
change
thing.
every day
No, hold
between
up.
that.
No, like you said earlier, Terrence Crawford, his divisions mattered at the time. I put that into effect when Earl Spence had 2 belts. Terrence Crawford, he was unified at 135, undisputed at 140. With Earl having 2 belts, it was an argument then. It should be 50-50 if they would fight next. But now, since Earl Spence has 3 belts and Terrence Crawford has 1, it's just clear no debating. Earl Spence is the A side. I can't keep my story after Earl Spence got 3 belts now. Now, when he had 2 belts, Terrence Crawford had 1. His divisions matter, but now since Earl is the creme de la creme with 3 belts at this division, he's the A side. I got to change my energy on that now.
But your
This is going to be
energy
it. You're going to
was
respond. This is going to be it.
yeah, okay. Your energy was not changing every day in between that time that you left Errol Spence's team. It just changed recently. So what I'm trying to say is you're giving this feel about opinions changes every day in boxing. Your opinion stayed the same about Bud being his fan for all this time when Spence kicked you off his team. And it's just recently you decided to get back on the Spence train. So your opinion didn't change back and forth. I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
I
The whole
didn't want
Facebook.
Nayka,
Okay.
I answered that earlier for you. I didn't want Spence versus Ugas. I wanted Crawford versus Spence. That's what I was talking about because Earl had just come off retina. Anything could happen. That's why I was preaching Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford need to happen now. You know why? Because this is boxing. Jim Lampley said it best. It's the theater of the unexpected. What if your Gainus Ugas would have did something and beat Earl Spence that night?
Stop all that acting.
Okay, so, all right. Now I'm going to ask you one question. Hold on. Since you brought up, you said that Errol Spence, because he has the 3 belts, that he's the class of the welterweight division.
Mm-hmm.
So here's going to be, I think we're going to make this the final question. You guys are going to argue anyway. So we have to, so it's going to carry on one way or another. So I'm going to ask, if Errol Spence is already the class of the welterweight division, 1, why does he need to fight Terrence Crawford? And how does a win over Terrence Crawford elevate his career? Take as long as you need.
Say that again.
Okay. If Errol Spence is already the class of the division, why does he need to? There's a 2-part question. Why does he need to fight Terrence Crawford? And how does a win over Terrence Crawford elevate his career? No time limit. Take as long as you need.
No, it's gonna be real quick. We stated early about you asked us a question about who legacy would this affect if this fight didn't happen. First off, it's his legacy. It affected in a major way because every time he's gonna always get that question: why didn't you never fight Terrence Crawford? And what do you mean? Him and Terrence Crawford is the class of the division. Everybody can see that. We've been seeing that for the last 4 years. That in the welterweight division, him and that guy are the class of it. So obviously, this is the fight.
Okay, short to the point. Like it.
Okay, so this is supposed to be for undisputed. So that's why this fight needs to happen because I guess for bragging rights and then for so-called Errol Spence's legacy because I don't really think that for Bud this fight is needed for legacy. So this fight is needed for undisputed. So then the people who like to flip flop and one day be Spence fans and one day be Bud fans, they can pick a side and stay on that side if whoever has the undisputed title. So and I believe that's gonna be I know it's gonna be Terrence Crawford. So.
Okay, that was almost too quick.
No, hold up, Nayka, that's an opinion. You said you know. You said I know it's going to be Terrence Crawford.
I know.
That ain't what it's about. You said it was a 2-part question. Like,
what's
Nayka.
your point? I said I know. That's my opinion.
I'm sorry. I apologize, Nayka.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So what's your point?
I'm sorry. What's your next question, Jake?
I want to hit now. I want you guys go back and forth a little bit more.
But see, this is the thing right here. I always stated Earl Smith's legacy will be heavily affected. My mind is going blank right now. I'm thinking of the fighter who never fought that guy and always got them questions asked to him. I've been trying to think of that. It was a certain fighter who never fought that guy, and they always asked him why you didn't fight him. Was it like a Riddick Bowe? He threw his belt in a trash can. That's
Right,
what
when
it
he
was.
didn't fight Lennox Lewis.
Riddick
correct.
Bowe threw his belt in the trash can. I spoke videos on this. This is me telling the truth. Earl Smith, your legacy will take a hit if you don't fight Terrence Bud Crawford. It's just clear cut, no debating. I can't argue with that. Terrence Crawford, look, I said it myself. I used to call Earl Spence the boogeyman, right? But when Terrence Crawford came, hold up. But when Terrence Crawford came to the division in June 2017 or 18, then nobody want to fight him. I said, this the new boogeyman. That's how you get crowned. When you come to a division and everybody make obstacles and say they ain't trying to fight you like they did Earl Smith, that's why I was calling him the boogeyman. Then when Terrence Crawford came to the division, he became the new boogeyman because nobody wanted him to fight him. I got to keep that same energy taking the box because, look, when everybody was hold on real quick.
Spence kicked you off his team.
Hold up, no. This ain't about. Say when I was when I was on Spence's team, he wasn't doing no ducking. I had nothing to talk about. He was trying to fight everybody. When I was on his team, he was trying to fight everybody. So what type of opinion am I supposed to have when he was trying to fight everybody? When I got off his team, that's when he started doing these things. So stop it.
Are you watching the screen? Because while you're talking,
I'm watching it. We talked about that already.
Mm-hmm.
He said that. Nayka, you putting up things. Talk. You got the ski mask on.
Everything. I didn't need to say anything. You said it all.
But this the thing right here, Nayka. When I was on Earl Spence's team, he wasn't doing no ducking.
Oh my. Okay, so he only ducked once.
No, hold up. When Terrence Crawford,
then he started ducking.
No, when Terrence Crawford came to this division, came to this division, everybody started ducking him. You see you see Sean Porter didn't fight him. Look, and this what's crazy about that. People don't look at this right here. You know, that's why people get mad when we talk about resumes. They criticize Earl about not fighting him, and that's true. Give him his criticism. He deserves that. But let's talk about Terrence Crawford. Did we know that he was coming into the fight against Sean Porter, and Sean Porter was thinking about retirement? Can we speak on that? That Terrence Crawford was going into a fight with a guy who was thinking about retirement. You don't just think about hold up, Nayka. You don't just think about retirement right after a fight. You think about retirement. That starts easing in as it gets latter part in your career.
You start thinking about retirement after you get your ass beat in a fight. That's when you start thinking about retirement. What are you saying? Every time a fighter loses, they always think, you know what? I don't think I should be doing this anymore. You know, I need to spend time with my family. You know, I don't think my body can take this. That's when fighters start talking about retirement.
Stop lying.
What are you saying? Stop lying.
You lying.
Every time a fighter gets asked a question after they lose and they lost badly, they always say they're thinking about retirement.
Did Canelo say that?
What's next?
Did Canelo say that?
What's next for you? I don't know. I got to go back to the board, have a talk with my family to what we want to do. All right, right now I don't know. It might be retirement. That's the way it goes. So don't.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And listen, I'll give you this credit.
After they lose the fight.
Miss Nayka, I'll give you this credit. In certain cases, that's how it go. That's not how it go all the way around the board. In certain cases, look,
so that's about retirement when they lose a fight.
No, shout out to my guy.
Don't think about retirement when they win.
All right. No, in certain cases, Nayka, you see fighters. Look, Nayka, that's the beauty of our sport, right? Because we love to see a fighter when he become champion. We know a lot of fighters gonna become champion, but the thing is, when the fighter lose, you know, the beauty of the sport, seeing him recapture that belt again. We love seeing that story. So what's you talking about?
What are you talking about? You're trying to
because you saying fighters. I'm saying in a certain. Nayka,
get the fuck out of here with that.
I'm saying in a certain sense, fighters think about retirement. Look, shout out to my guy, Jamel Herring. He took a bad loss against Shakur. Then he lost his last fight. You know, now he's
And
retired.
both times he thought about retiring.
Nayka, that's he's
Uh,
a he's 30 he 35 36
what
years
I'm
old.
trying, you're proving my point. Like the example you just bought, you proved my
Nayka, I
point.
said in
Oh
certain
my God.
cases, you think a fighter who lose, look at that guy who beat Shakur Stevenson in the amateurs. I mean,
I
for the
didn't say
gold
it happens
medal.
all the time, but I was trying to get to the fact that you're saying that, oh, like who goes into a fight thinking about retirement? I said most fighters think about retirement right when they get their ass beat.
No, they don't.
Yes, they
That's wrong.
do.
You're wrong. In
Oh
certain
my God.
cases,
Okay,
Nayka,
okay.
I said
That's what
I
I
give you
said, man, for the most part. And those are
for you, but
certain
that's saying for the
cases.
no, it's not for the most part. When you're older and at the end of your career, that's a small piece. It's a whole difference between that.
No. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this question now. Nike, I'm gonna let you start. If Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford do fight, but at 154 instead of 147, does it affect either one of their legacies? Does the fight matter as much?
I mean, to me, I feel like it affects it because I want to see it at 147. That's what we've been waiting. This was we've been cooking in the oven this whole time at 147. If that was the case that they would have moved up already, and pick the other fights that are there. So yeah, I think that affects the fight if it moves up to 154 and happens there. We've been waiting for this fight in the oven at 147 for many years. Ever since Crawford was told by Errol Spence to get a belt from Jeff Horn. That's when we've been waiting for that. That's how long this fight's been cooking. So yes, it will affect it for me.
Okay, I respect that.
I agree. I agree. That this fight need to happen at
Oh,
Nayka,
It
I
needs.
agree. I
okay.
agree. This fight need to happen at
And
147. Like,
okay.
this is the fight. Like, when it comes to the welterweight division, these are some of the fights of Sugar Ray Leonard versus Thomas the Hitman Her. This is that type of fight at 147. Would I be mad if it's at 154? Yeah, I'll be mad a little bit, but at least we'll still get the fight. But I
Right.
think if we want that era, that's behind it in this welterweight division at 147. It needs to happen at 147. So I agree with her. Damn, I ain't supposed to agree with you when you make a great statement. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to not agree with you because then that'll
Mm,
be me. It'll be a due diligence against me when you make a great point.
because
Not to give
you already have enough receipts on you saying the opposite of what you say 10 minutes
not
ago. So
like a listen. With time, listen to me
all
once
right, so you
again.
know
With
what?
time comes
Today
change.
was really not gonna be like I was really gonna come up here and not like even debate you. I was gonna have people come in here and just ambush you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop the link in the chat, and anybody who wants to come up here and say their piece, Mister, I'm on that bullshit again. You are welcome to enter the chat. So you know what?
Hey,
Just
like you
think,
stated, Nika, on your post.
thanks
I'm here
so
for
much, Hector.
entertainment. I'm here to help you, right?
Yeah, you
And
know what? We could do the post show on your channel. I'm
no,
down, whatever.
I love coming on your channel. I'm with the shits.
Anybody who wants to come up here and ambush, because that's what I'm gonna call it, because that's what it, that's what I
Damn, you
plan
was
on
for.
doing.
Oh, that's
I
how
was gonna
you.
ambush you. I'm not
I
gonna
should
lie.
have
I was
knew what.
gonna
I should
ambush
have
you
knew.
because you
Look,
a flip flopper. You a fucking flip flopper.
I
You
should have.
don't know
I should have knew. I should have knew. He mashed that took me. Hey, but like it's just a difference when you get on here and debate me. Nika is different.
yeah, I mean, you
It's
didn't really
different.
like. You didn't
It's
really.
different. I have you like, which I
No,
knew
no,
I
you
was
don't.
gonna do.
No, 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 no. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna. So I have Lady Chan up here. I mean,
Shut up,
so
Nayka.
Jake.
Shut up, guys. I'm in the building.
Shout
Ayo,
out to
let's go. Let's
what's
go. I was on your lives when you was crying over Errol Spence. When we say crying, we're not meaning tears coming out of your eyes. But you was whinging, moaning. Every one of your lives were labelled Errol Spence. Don't do this. Errol Spence. I don't go to Errol Spence fights no more. This is the reason why. Why me and Errol Spence don't rock no more. I was on your panel. I was there. So you can't say to Nayka that you wasn't. You was. You was. When he dissed you, I don't care if it was 4 years ago or 40 years ago. Last year and the year before, latter part of last year, of 2020 and 20, all through 2021, you was whinging and you was against Errol Spence when he threw you out of his crew and you couldn't get access in his camp. And you made, unless you're calling me a liar, because I was there.
Yeah,
Lisa
I'm calling
Bell's
you a liar.
as well. So now that
I'm
I don't
calling
know.
you a liar.
Okay, cool. So now I don't know what's happened. I don't know if you and Derek James are friends again or whatever. What something's changed, and now you flip flop.
All right, let me say something real quick, Lady
My
Sean.
view changed in 7 months.
No, Lady
Let me
Sean.
just finish, and then you can say
I'm
this.
sorry. I'm
I
sorry. I'm sorry.
promise. I
I'm sorry. I'm
promise.
sorry. I'm sorry.
You say everybody. I know what you're saying. Yeah. When you first come in boxing, people's views may change. Not if you have integrity, not if you present them correctly and say, with the fact, you know what, my view has changed. My views have never changed. Like, who I like is who I like. I can critique who I like and I can do the pros and cons who I like. But you switched up sides when Team Spence didn't give you access.
Well, some people come into the game different. Like I came into the game with a monster. It's a difference, at an early stage in my career. Like I was popping and I got into the camp, so it's different. In certain situations, it's gonna always be different. I can't get on here and disregard some of the things you're saying because you're absolutely correct. I did have some malicious statements I made about Earl the Truth Spence Jr. and his camp because we had a falling out. I'm not on here to disagree with you about that, but with
And
time
wait,
comes to
So
sorry,
hold
you
on, hold on, hold on, hold up.
no,
Let
no,
me,
no, no. We just want
Nayka,
you to address your partner in the chat.
let
Nayka.
me
We
address
want you
it.
to. I said to address your partner in the chat, Mr. The Spit Bucket. He's like, Nayka bringing them back up. No, our verses is over already. So I said I'm gonna come up here and let people address
I
you
ain't.
because people. I'm not the only one who gets annoyed and like calls people on their bullshit.
Nayka,
People
don't
been
explain
wanting to call you
yourself.
on your bullshit
Hold up, real
forever.
quick.
Don't
Let me finish
explain
my
yourself.
statement.
The
Hold
one
up.
in
No,
the
no,
podcast,
it's okay. No,
but
it's okay.
exactly.
Not
But
Lady Sean. It's okay, Lady Sean. It's all right. I
yeah, but
agree with
I
you.
this.
Like I'm not on here to disagree. Like you made great points. They was valid. And when we first had our situation, it was some malicious content. But when time comes, it comes change. So you got to learn. If you don't grow from a situation, then you're gonna stay stuck in the middle. And now I done grow from that situation. Doing a lot of bigger things now. Got a lot of things going, and I'm happy where I'm at now. As a matter of fact, I had to apologize to the boxing public because it was a disservice not only to the boxing public, to Earl Spence, Derrick James, because I was being malicious, and I had to.
Wait, so you're
No,
using this to
hold
apologize
up,
to
Malicious.
the
no,
Spence team?
no. No, listen, I'm being honest. Look, Nayka, let me be honest. I was in my feelings. Damn, y'all know. So what? I ain't lie. I was in my feelings.
In your
So
feelings because you can't get no pass.
no, it ain't about that because I don't. But see, the thing is, I don't need them to get no pass. Only thing I was doing, I was in the back room and chilling with Earl Spence, going to his gym every day. But it's cool though. Like it's that's neither here or there because I'm not trying to bring up the past. We had our situation. It's over with now. Did I apologize for saying malicious things? I did. I was wrong because I was being malicious when we first got into it because like it was public.
You
Like
said Nayka didn't. You said Nayka was basically capping that there wasn't videos of you whinging. You just said
no,
that.
no,
And that's
no, no. I said
like,
early. I said no. I said early when I first started. For these last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I just been honest about my assessment. Now, in the first 6 months to a year, absolutely, I was being malicious. I give her that. But we can't talk about the first year. We're thinking about the 4 years after that. At some point, you got to grow from a situation. Look, I was wrong in some sense in the way I came in Earl Spence and Derrick James. Listen, let me tell everybody this right now. I don't want to be friend Earl Spence. I don't want to be friend Derrick James. That's not what this is about. This is about me growing from a situation and being honest about my assessment and just growing. Like if you go through a public situation like that was, especially everybody knew IOTBA Earl Spence, whoopty whoop. When inexperience. So my inexperience made me say a lot of malicious things. And that's why, with time come change, I had to apologize but one thing that I will say, I never did take just say I had to apologize, and I'm gonna just keep it at that.
Did
Yeah,
you apologize to
and
Derrick James?
Yeah, I did.
that's why you became. You're
I
saying that
did.
your opinions change in boxing all the time, but your opinion only
No,
changed because you got kicked off a team spin. And
no, I don't listen. No, 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 no. Listen,
yeah,
I
yes,
don't
yes,
have.
yes.
That's the only look, Nayka. That's the only personal. Like if that's the case, Nayka, I was the most hated person in Nebraska, right? So they hated me in Nebraska when I was Team Smith. Look, Terrence Crawford couldn't stand me. He called me the biggest clown in the world. His whole team hated me,
And then you
right?
started something up to the
No,
team.
no,
Yes,
no.
you
It ain't.
did.
I ain't
Mm-hmm.
give
I
a
have
fuck up.
pictures. I
No,
have
Got
listen.
pictures.
a
You
No,
even
interview
you
from
listen.
even
Bo
that
Mack.
you
No,
were
listen.
able to
Listen, man. Listen.
you
I could get.
interviewed Bomac
Look.
and you were
Okay, so
you were
damn, like, so
you
Bomac is
were
a fit. So damn, I ain't supposed to try to get an interview with Bomac.
this is because you were going
If
at it with
Derrick
Spence.
James let me
You were
interview
going
him
at it with
now.
Spence.
No, look, if Derrick James let me interview him now, I'll interview him. Like I grown past that. I put a public apology out there to Derrick James and Earl Spence and the entire boxing community because I can admit I handled that situation wrongly. I'm not trying to be in this camp. I don't want to be in this camp. I ain't talked to no Earl Spence or whoopty whoop. I got different connections I'm talking to. Stop playing that.
Yeah, but you miss being in his camp though. You miss it.
No, no, no. See the thing. No, no. I don't miss being in it. Because it's a lot of boxing. It's a lot of boxing stuff that's go on. But the thing is this: we had our situation, man. You live and you learn from that. It ain't about if I miss it or if I don't miss it. Y'all trying to make it seem like that I still got a problem with them guys, and I don't. Just like I don't got a problem with Team Crawford because I think he is number one pound for pound in the world. Now, do I think he is the B side? Do I think he need to bow down to Earl Spence? Negotiations, absolutely. I got to be truthful about that. But in my opinion, Terrence Crawford is the number one pound for pound fighter on the planet.
Well,
Can I
here's
get
where
in on
you
this
got a
ambush?
problem. Here's
Can
where
I
you
get in on
lying
this ambush?
because yeah, can I get on it too?
I
Let
want to
go
get
ahead,
in on this
Fern. Go ahead.
ambush.
Okay. And here's where you lying with that statement that you just made right now because you're making it seem you just said we're making it seem like you still hate Spence. We're not saying that. We're saying that you did hate on Spence. That you
I,
did say things about Spence.
I agree.
That you were going back and forth with
Fernando,
everything you
no,
hated on Spence.
Fernando, and look, and you know
Let
what?
him
I got
finish.
hold
Let
up,
him finish.
Fernando. No, no, no. I got to give this dude his credit right here. I got to give Fern his credit. Like, man, this dude went back and forth for years. Like, and you
Hmm.
know what? I wish I would have took your advice when I first came into the game, right? Because Fern, look, I'm being honest now. Fern, look, no,
You coming
Nayka,
on
you
here?
don't know.
Hop on
I
the
know
track
this
now.
guy. No, look, I know him. Me and him used to go at it, and he used to tell me how biased I was, but I was seeing red lights. But you was right, so I can't disagree with that, Fern. You
No, but
100%.
and then that's what the problem is here because what Nick is trying to say and what Nick has been trying to prove this entire time isn't that you're still talking smack about Spence's camp, is that you go back and forth and you've been back and forth. You flip flop on both sides. You
You,
were
but
when you first started, you were a Spence 1000%. Then you went on a Bud trip because Spence and the team did whatever they did to you. I don't know the full story, nor did I ever want to know the full story.
you
But
know the
now
full story.
and now everything seems going back and forth. Like I remember back in the days before the Ugas fight, you were making up videos, boycott the Spence versus Ugas fight, boycott this, boycott that. And I get it, I understand your perspective, but at the end of the day, the fights that are presented are the ones that have to be there. Because in between that Ugas Spence fight, who has Crawford fought?
I'm
Crawford
not
hasn't
on here.
made a fight since the
No,
Porter fight. So I'm
I'm
saying
not on.
you can't boycott them if you want them to prove they're the best. Yes, I know you want to see them both fight each other, but at the same time they have to work to one another as well. They have to
Great,
make that
but
storyline.
no, and you're 100% correct, and that's a great point you just made. But at the end of the day, we didn't have to see that Ugas fight. Did it happen? Do Earl got 3 belts now? I wanted to see Earl versus Crawford. I didn't know if Earl was gonna be that guy like he was coming back from that retina.
Well,
Remember one of the great fighters of all time in Sugar Ray Leonard. It took him 3 years to come back from his retina surgery he had. So I didn't want Earl Spence to go fight Ugas, then possibly lose against him instead of fighting Terrence Crawford. And I still think the Earl win, yeah, but I didn't want to see Earl Spence versus Ugas. I stand on that.
Okay,
That was
I
an easier
that
fight
that
to
fight
make,
that
though.
that fight
I
that fight had a storyline though. That fight had a
I
storyline because Spence was supposed to
Yeah.
fight Pacquiao. Spence got injured
Right.
because of the eye thing, couldn't fight.
Right.
Ugas took it, retired Pacquiao. So what was Spence
Exactly.
supposed to do? Just skip over Ugas? No, that was a proper
Exactly.
storyline. That was a perfect fight, and you could sell a fight
Exactly.
like that. Your issue
Right.
was that you wanted that boycotted because you still had some hate for Spence at that point
No,
in time.
Yep.
I didn't. I
also
wanted.
Io,
Hold up, Nayka.
Dan,
You didn't want to see Ugas versus Spence. So why you ain't defending me on that? You didn't want to see that fight either, Nayka.
You grown as
oh,
fuck. So
Dan,
what you want me to
You
defend
hold up.
you
You want?
for? You a
Oh.
flip flopper. You're a flip flopper. Why would I defend you? Are
Oh.
you
Io,
crazy,
Hold
man?
I,
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
Io,
hold on.
go ahead.
You're a grown
Listen,
ass man and you
I'm,
go
The,
at it with everybody. Why would I defend you on that? You
listen,
only said that because you still have beef
I'm
with Spence and
agreeing
you
with
wouldn't.
him. I
listen.
Yeah,
told
but you're
I
saying
Fave
came
why
this
I
on
didn't
here
shit.
defend you.
also
You're
to
saying why I didn't
ambush
defend you.
Mr. IOTBA, but I gotta be honest. After listening to this brother talk and him explain the situation, I gotta salute him. You know, listen, we gotta respect growth as brothers and sisters. You know, like you said,
Is it really growth?
Right.
Is it really growth,
it is
Emilio?
growth.
Oh,
You
okay,
can
no,
tell,
or is it because he's
tell it's
been
growth.
hated on by a lot of people for calling him on his bullshit? Is it really growth? Is it really growth?
and also
I
Like the
would
can
say
I
receipts.
state
yes,
this
it's
as
growth.
well. Io, you said that Errol Spence, Sean Porter was thinking of retirement before fighting Bud. Yes, that's right. But he also came out, Sean Porter, on the Porterway podcast and stated he was thinking the same thing just before the Spence fight as well. That's a
Yes,
fact.
but here's the thing.
That's a fact.
Porter said that, but that doesn't mean that Correa knew that.
That's a
Just
fact.
because Porter
Well,
said
I
it
knew it.
after the fact,
I knew it. Do
don't mean
your
that he
due
knew that.
diligence. Then don't speak on stuff that you don't know because
He
No, but
said
I
he
know
didn't
it.
know.
No,
but
well, he
Nayka,
didn't know it. Then
I
you
mean,
can't speak it. So now
but
I've
Lady Sean,
clarified that. Now I've
Sean.
clarified that. That's a fact, and you can
All
But
right,
pull
then
it
listen,
up.
hold on. Let me
hold on,
clarify
Correa.
this to you, Lady
Hold on.
Sean.
I need to
All
get to
right.
the real person I wanted to ambush. Jake Donovan, man. What is going on here? You were supposed to be the moderator, and you acting
He
like
did
the
moderate well.
moderator
No,
from
no,
the
no.
Trump debate, man. You let them interrupt each other. You let them ask each other
No,
questions.
I
What
thought it was
happened, Jake?
entertaining. He
Hey,
was a
the
good
people
start.
entertained. I certainly
Yeah.
So can we get to that conclusion that you stated something that isn't a fact, Io? He was thinking about retiring before both fights. Both fights. So
Okay.
if your point is
That's
that Bud beat not really in the game Sean Porter, then so did Spence.
so. Let me ask you this.
Keep it clear across the board.
So after
Across the board.
if that was true, Lady Sean, which I respect you greatly, and you know that, if
Mhm.
that was true, didn't Sean Porter have fights after Earl Spence?
He
His
said
next
the same.
fight.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
hold on. No, I'm asking you a question now because sometimes you got to learn how to read in between the lines. If he had fought Earl Spence, then fought Terrence Crawford next, it'll be believable. But Sean Porter had other fights after Earl Spence.
You know why? Because he said that fight was so close that basically a lot of people thought that he won. And the reason why he retired after Bud, because Bud retired him. Bud stopped him in a fashion that he's never been stopped in before. So that was it. That was it. He said the Spence fight was so close. He thought he could still go a couple more fights. So he did. But after Bud, he knew the end. The
I got a
end.
response. I got a response too. Correa, can you tell me who Sean Porter fought after Spence? The two fights that he had. You can't. You got to take into consideration the quality of opponent. Hence why Sean Porter, when he retired, says, I'm not going to be a stepping stone for the younger guys. The reason why he said that was because he knew that the guys that were there, the King Thurmans and everything like that, they're not trying to step in the ring with him anymore. They don't want to get in the ring with him anymore. So why would he stick around and fight the young guys where he doesn't want to be a stepping stone? Again, you can't name the two guys that Sean Porter fought during the pandemic. You can't, and I can't either. And I'm a friend of those guys. I cannot name the opponents. That's why he stuck around. He got one big fight. He got it with Terrence Crawford. Realized, all right, that's it. The bigger names aren't going to want me. Only these up and coming guys. Right now, if Sean Porter would be fighting, people like Boots would be calling him out. Even Virgil Ortiz would be calling him out. Those are the
Hey,
young and up and coming welterweights right now. At the end of the day, Sean Porter is nobody's stepping stone. He said it himself, hence why he retired.
Yeah, he
Hey,
said,
that's a hold
hey,
up real quick. Ferd, that was an excellent assessment. I can't take that from you. But
You know, but wait, before you start.
hold up real
I
quick,
no,
Nayka.
before you
But he,
start, no,
oh
before you
my
start, my guy.
god.
I noticed that you come in very humble when you when people throwing facts at you. Then you're like, you know what?
Yeah,
I
different
agree.
energy.
Like you
I
have a
don't
different
agree.
energy now. On
It's
No,
Facebook, you were talking cash
Nayka,
trash. You were
Nayka.
talking cash
I'm
trash.
answering
Now it's
Nayka.
like, you know what? Fern, Nayka, Lady Chance, you have a good point there. I can't disagree with you. And like you don't get to
You
say
So
what
being
you
hold
got to
very
up.
say with
professional.
life.
Hold up. So what?
Oh,
So hold up. So Fern, back to you and Nayka, 100%. You're right about that too. But Fern, back to you. Back to you. That was a great assessment you just said. But the point that you got me was you said if you were gonna make your point, you should have said that I can't name the two guys either. Fern, I could name every fighter last two opponents, then you should then I'd be great. So that's neither here or there if I could name his two opponents. My point was he fought more fighters in between after that Earl Spence fight. Then he was going into the fight. We could actually say this against Terrence Crawford, thinking about retirement. That's all I'm saying.
and I just told you why.
he's just yeah. You're not
Oh,
listening.
right. And
I'm not
also,
listening.
Io, how dare you? How can you be whinging that Bud Crawford's sister is making a statement on behalf of her brother, who she's related to, and you're offended by that? Why don't you mind your business? She can
No,
do.
I'm hold up. She made a boxing opinion. So
So what?
this
It's her
Lady
brother.
Sean, Lady Sean, respectfully, we can't respectfully have a boxing opinion back towards her. She made an opinion, so I can't respond to her opinion because we got to stand down here when we talking to anybody. We say we talking to Texas. So when she was talking to everybody who was in the boxing community. So respectfully, Lady Sean, she opened herself up for that.
No, respectfully, she said there was three people specifically. Go check out Bruce Vane. Shouts out to Bruce Vane because he put the tweet up and somebody responded. Are you talking about Fanon, Blue Blood, and someone else, maybe Ego
Hmm.
or something else? And she said, "Yep, them clowns." So unless I don't know why you had to respond because your name's not Fanon, your name's not Blue Blood, and your name's not Boxing Ego. So why did you respond when she
Because
was
a
quite
hit dog
direct?
will holler. He wanted
Ah,
to be in the
exactly,
mix.
exactamente. Ya tú sabes.
A hit dog will holler, and you were hollering. You were hollering. You put yourself in that bunch of people that you thought she was talking about because you're
No, I
famous
didn't.
YouTubers who hate on Bud, and you know
What?
that you hate on Bud.
What?
So that's why
What?
you spoke up and said
Hey,
what you
listen
said.
to me. So me and his sister done had dialogue before. So if y'all think she don't know me, y'all watch y'all mind smoking. But that's neither here or there. And I ain't take that if she was talking about me. I just took that was like, come on, sis. He gonna have criticism. He gonna have people who give him his credit. It's a part of the game. That's was my main part of the video. It wasn't about her pointing at people. It's like sis. When somebody giving him his credit, you with him. But when somebody discrediting him, then you got a problem with him. It comes with the game. That's all I
Karma
was saying,
crazy.
Nika.
No, you are such a flip flopper. I can't even.
A
I
huge
ain't
flip
never seen
flopper.
somebody like flip flop the way you do.
Need
Like
to put
your
dolphin
arms have to
emoji.
be tired from swinging from team to team, riding the way you do. You are such a
What
flip
team I'm
flopper.
on? Who team I'm on?
The
I
hell
don't
if
talk to
I know.
Earl
The hell if
Spence.
I know. The
I don't
hell if
talk
I
to
know.
Derrick James. I don't talk to Terrence Crawford. Who
So
team I'm on?
why did you bring yourself involved when your name's not Boxing Ego, when your name's
Making
not Blue,
myself involved.
when you're
Listen,
not
she
when
made
you're
a boxing opinion. We
and
have the
stated
right.
what?
Listen, Lady Sean, who are you to
Pull up the
tell
tweet.
me that I
Nika,
can't?
pull up the
No,
tweet.
no, no, Lady
I'm pulling
Sean,
it
there
up
you
now.
go.
I'm actually
Pull up
No,
pulling
the
it
tweet.
up.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying, but who are you to
Don't
tell
pull it
me
up.
that I can't make an opinion about that,
No,
Lady
she
Sean?
made a
I
fact.
don't.
Hers was
Hold
an
up,
opinion.
look. No, look. I don't critique you on a lot of your videos. You do. Look, I respect your
Yeah,
videos
it's not
and I
a
watch your
fact.
videos. Hold up, Lady Sean. I ain't say, oh, why you say this and why you say that. Don't come at me like you could tell me what I can and what I can't
Why not
say.
fact?
She she made
Everybody's
herself a part of the boxing
everybody watches
conversation.
my stuff because I back them with facts. If it's an opinion, I state that it's an opinion. I give
Lady
facts,
Sean,
facts and data. I can pull up the tweet. If
you ain't
somebody's not talking
Nostradamus.
to me,
See, there you go.
if somebody
You think
tweets at me then
man, look,
that's direct.
look,
If somebody mentions my name,
Lady
that's
Sean,
direct. If they
who are
don't
you?
mention my name and it's a floating statement and it's
But
a
who
floating statement, then
But who are you to tell me I can't speak on it?
okay, so then
I can't
look
make
at
an opinion
look at
about it.
look. But
The
hers was a
world is
fact.
based, Lady Sean. Now, see, I've been so respectful, and it just seems
And
like I be respectful to the ladies, and every
yeah,
time I start talking, the ladies be real disrespectful with me.
no, it
Oh,
I'm
doesn't.
on
come
here.
on.
I
You gonna
can't.
cry? You gonna cry now?
No,
Or you gonna cry?
no, don't do that because I let y'all talk,
No,
and
I'm
every
pulling up
time
a
I'm trying to
tweet. This
make
is
my
a tweet
Now
statement.
that
look
you
at
got into
now
your
look at
feelings
the
about.
comment. There's a
This
comment
was
that's underneath it, and she says, "Yep, them clowns,
So,
them clowns." There's a comment
so,
that
so,
states
hey, this
she's
world
talking
is
about,
built
and
off of.
she
Listen, Lady
clarifies,
no,
"Yes,
Sean.
but
clowns."
you got offended when she said this because you know that you're one of these
No, this
people. They
world is
hate
built
on
off
Bud, and then you wanna
opinions.
gonna.
I don't
Actually,
hate on
actually,
Bud.
that tweet is not an opinion. Jake, you know this being in boxing media. Everybody has an opinion and talk smack about a certain fighter, but
They do.
because you're in boxing media, you're going to try to get an interview with the fighter that you're talking shit about. Is that not true, Jake?
Right. Yep.
Not a strong
Exactly. So
comment.
so that what she's saying in that tweet that's shown on screen,
Hey,
that's not an opinion. That's an actual fact.
it's not I fought these
It
fighters
is a
soft
fact.
like that. It's not I fight these fighters can't
Oh
take
no 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 no
criticism.
no no no! And here's your problem. Here's your problem. Right now you're saying it's the fighter's fault. That's not the fighter speaking. That's the sister. It's the sister speaking that fact, not the fighter. So you're making it seem like Bud told her
Hey,
to tweet that. That's not the
hey,
truth,
listen,
bro.
stop it. You know they all around. Stop from the fern. Stop. They
No.
talk about it. Come on, man. Don't do that, bro.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah,
That's
you're
interference
assuming.
yeah,
there.
they
You're
talk about
assuming.
it. No, and Jake has been there too. They
Nayka,
talk about it, and when the
Hey,
fighters
Nayka,
get one of those reporters
Yeah.
in
hey,
front of their face, they
hey.
do something to him. AKA
I
Ellie
just seem
Sekbak
like
getting
y'all.
thrown out of
Hold
Tyson.
up.
AKA Ellie Sekbak getting thrown out of Tyson Fury's camp. What happened there? Because he was
Nayka, if
talking
you
smack
pull up,
about it backfired on him.
Okay.
They're gonna do that. The fighter's gonna do that
Um,
in person. They're not gonna talk
okay.
about it. They'll do it in person.
Nayka, if you
Tyson
pull up
Fury could
the,
do that.
if you pull
Hey,
up,
but thank you,
right,
Nayka, for
hang
bringing
on
me on.
one
Nayka,
second,
we can
Io.
do this anytime you want to.
Okay,
No, I'm finna go.
you
No,
out
hey,
now.
well, we been out here.
Oh,
We
you
been out
leaving,
here
huh?
2 hours.
You
So
You
I'm
out
like,
now.
damn.
You out now.
I appreciate Nayka. I appreciate Fern. I appreciate Jake in the box. Appreciate the Pope checkmate box. I mean, I'll answer one more question if y'all have one, but I gotta go. I just had a
One,
newborn baby, man.
and we won.
Congratulations on that.
Congratulations.
And say, and let me tell y'all
Congrats.
something.
Congrats.
Fern, look, let me tell y'all this right here. Fern was the same one who talking about me doing this and that. He disrespected my dead baby when my dead baby died when I had a miscarriage. You son of a bitch. I've been nice to you, you piece of shit.
Uh-oh.
But like when I ever see you,
I didn't know
motherfucker, I'm
about
gonna
this.
knock your fucking
I
face. He did, and you know what? It's fucked up too
I didn't know about
because
that. I
you
don't.
can talk shit about me, but tell the world I'm lying that you disrespected my dead baby.
I will give you guys the context of the situation.
No,
Him and I
no.
were him,
Did you
him and I were going
hold
back
up,
and forth.
no. Did
Hey,
you
I'm answering your
disrespect
question.
my dead babe? And look, I never disrespected your kids. I never do that. I always talk to you. That it don't go that far with me. I never look. Even when me and Earl Spence was into it, I done been around Earl Spence. I done been.
Again, I will give
Look.
you context of
But why
everything.
did you hold up? Why did you disrespect my dead baby? You piece of shit.
let him
Again,
answer.
I'll give you guys
No, let
context of
him
the
answer.
situation.
Let him answer. I really
Let
want to
him
knock him
answer.
in his
But
fucking face.
I'm not.
And when I see you,
You need to
I'ma
answer
bust
that.
you in
If
your
you said
shit.
something
I
about his
promise
brother,
you
you
that.
definitely need to
Now,
answer
when
that.
I see you, I'ma bust you in your shit
Let
for
him answer though. Let
disrespecting
him answer
my
because I
son
want
who
to
Okay,
know.
died.
I
so
want to know.
I will give you context. Him and I were going back
Bitch
and
ass
forth.
nigga right
So
here. This
surprisingly
bitch
enough,
ass nigga right here gonna disrespect our
Io, let
baby
so,
when he died. Man,
Let him.
fuck
Let him
that
answer.
nigga. Fuck that shit. When I see this bitch ass nigga, I'ma slap the red off your face, you hoe ass nigga. You don't never take it that far. Disrespecting somebody, dead child. But guess what? God blessed me with another one, you piece of shit.
Congratulations.
Say I'm out,
congrats,
man.
congrats. All right, so I'll give you guys context.
Jeez.
All right, he's gone. So we were
What in the
surprisingly
world?
debating about Earl Spence again, and I don't know what he said. He said something in the sorts of, "I'm gonna son you because I'm your dad," and I'm like, "Last I checked, you don't have kids." That's all I said. I
But did
legit
you
said,
know? Did you know that he had lost a child or something?
I had found out afterwards.
Yeah, I did. I know he
Yeah,
was.
Right.
I had found out afterwards. I don't pay attention to his personal life. I just pay attention to what he does and says on
Well,
the
you
internet.
definitely
Had
need.
nothing to do about that.
But
Okay,
him
so
saying that
I
was
understand why he's pissed off with you. You definitely need to apologize. In my
Yeah,
opinion, you should
yeah.
apologize because maybe
Oh
you
no,
didn't. You
I
did.
get
I
that.
don't know if you didn't know at the
I
time
didn't
that you
mean it in
lost a
that
child.
essence. All I said was
yeah, but
just at least you you ain't got kids from what I know. That's it.
Yeah, he didn't say it like that. He didn't say your passed away child. He didn't
Yeah,
say it.
so yeah, okay. I
Yeah,
see.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds
so
kind
but
of
if
vague.
you didn't
Yeah.
know and that's not the way you meant it, then you
yeah.
definitely.
He
I mean,
called he
I
called it
feel like
he called me his son. So I was like, yo, you ain't got no kids from what I know. So you
okay.
know.
So I see
Mm.
how and then, but if he had just
Yeah.
lost a child, then I could see why he took it the way
No,
he took it. But
I don't think
Yeah.
he meant.
um,
I couldn't say that. I don't.
okay. So
But yeah, Nayka won the trial of Corey Bradshaw there. Nayka
is
definitely won the trial.
who is Nike? My name is Nayka Vern. All this
Nayka,
time.
look, Nike. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Nayka.
Oh
You
my
won.
God.
Bud won.
Listen,
Oh,
Yeah. Poor
But yeah,
Corey though. Poor Corey.
I listen. I heard you guys say something regarding the Spence and Crawford situation, and I mean, excuse me, the Crawford and Porter fight. And I'm on my firm opinion, it was Kenny that stopped Sean, not Bud.
so wait.
That's just the way.
Okay. So wait.
So
Somebody
I
saying.
just like to make that distinction because Sean Porter has been knocked down before.
Mm-hmm.
You had, yes, he has.
not like
Yes,
You
he
had,
has.
yes, he has. He's been knocked
not
down.
twice in
Yeah,
one round like that.
by
He
twice. Right. He got knocked down. Even got Adrian Broner to put him down. You know what I'm
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
saying? So when you got up and when he got up, you saw he was fully alert and had full of energy. So my whole point, like that fight itself, and even with that fight afterwards, Sean Porter said Spence hurt him more than
No,
what
he
Bud
said
hurt him.
that Spence is a harder puncher, but he's never been.
I got. I mean,
Said
you know,
Spence
he
is a
actually
harder
said
puncher
he was hurt more by Spence. I have the
with the
video if you
flash
like to see it,
knockdown.
Lady
Yeah,
Shannon.
he said
I'm not paying my videos of yours right
Okay.
that.
now.
There you go. There you go, Nike.
And
I'm
then
leaving. Listen,
No, no.
and he also said his
Oh
dad
my
saw
God,
something
checkmate, stop.
that he'd never seen
no,
before, and his dad did nothing wrong with throwing in the towel. And
okay.
he was
Well, that's what he's
happy that
supposed to say
at the
publicly,
time
be
he
based on
said
the
at the
relationship that he
time he
has with his
wasn't
dad.
happy, but he said his dad saw something that hadn't happened to him like that, and he's
Let
glad
me
that
ask you
his dad
something,
did.
Lady Shan. Was Sean Porter alert when he got up?
The first time, if you look and I did a report, he's
The
left.
second time, after he pounded on the ground 3 times and got up, did he look like he was alert and ready to go on to continue battle?
Not
Yes or
really,
no?
because his leg was shaking as he was
So
up.
anybody else saw his leg shaking?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
My point is this: he's been down. Boxer's
Wait,
been
wait, wait,
down.
wait. I have to hit this again because this
Tyson
is like
Fury was
really.
down
Wait.
2 times
Check.
in
We're not
one
talking
round
about
in
Tyson Fury.
Fury's last fight. I'm just talking
Checkmate.
about. Let me finish my
No.
statement, please. I respected you. Let me finish my statement. I
Who are you talking to me?
understand that
Who are you talking to me?
Tyson Fury.
Who are
No,
you
I'm talking to
me?
Lady Shan.
No.
I'm talking to Lady.
Oh.
Listen. So first of all, listen. Tyson Fury was down and he got up and he was allowed to continue. Okay. And he, you know, so my point is this: when Sean Porter got down, and in a very tactical fight, because Bud only landed 98 punches, okay, and in that 98 punches he landed, he understood when Spence landed 113 body shots against Porter alone, and Porter said out of his own mouth that he was hurt worse by Spence than he was by Porter. I'm not trying to debate whether the fight would stop. We know it would stop. I felt it was going to continue. So my only thing is just trying to clarify that at no point in time did Porter look like, again, he was just knocked out. That's all I want to say.
And I thought, I was like, oh my God, that's a silly stoppage. I was like that at first, like, oh my gosh. But his dad said, I haven't seen him like that before. 2 stoppages within like 6 seconds. No, I got to get my son out because otherwise he's going to go out looking real bad because Bud is going to put him down and he will stay down. That's what his dad said. Go check it out on Counterpunch Boxing News with Kurt DeVille. He interviewed Kenny Porter. So it doesn't matter if, but what, maybe Errol Spence didn't put him down and keep him down like that.
Errol Spence landed over 200 shots. Bud landed only 98 shots. It was a very tactical fight. In fact, I actually had Porter ahead at the time of the stoppage. It was a very tactical fight. So my point is this: I don't want you. People keep saying, "Oh, look what Bud did to Porter." No, Bud did nothing to Porter that Spence did not do. Kenny Porter is the one who stopped the fight. Spence put more punishment on Porter. Even this is something that Porter himself can attest to. I'm not making this up. I'm just giving the facts.
Okay, I wanted just to interject this because this is this is Kare's partner. I think I don't know if he's running this page, but he said that you said you're a dead baby. So
Well,
you
he
need to.
he needs to bring that because he blocked me and I haven't been able to see Corey stuff for like 3 months. So he gonna have to show me that screenshot.
Okay, because I'm not comfortable with that. Like that's the one thing that I hate about boxing, especially on boxing Twitter. Like people don't ever keep it boxing; they take it like personal, talking about your family and stuff like that. So I don't know if you knew that he had lost his child, but you guys need to talk to each other and apologize to each other. Like especially if things were said about a dead baby. So
Baby, then that's right. Yeah, can't condone that. I'm afraid.
I know. So Fern, I really think that you should
Again,
handle
yeah.
that.
If you show me that screenshot, I'll gladly apologize if I said that because I do not recall saying that.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
All right. So yeah.
So Jake, who won?
We did.
I gotta give it to. I gotta give it to Corrado. He handled it like a champ.
No, he did. He did.
He
But
took
everything he was doing, he was just agreeing with what I was saying. He's like, you know what, you got a point there, Nayka. I'm gonna have to agree. Yeah. So it's like,
because you got them receipts. You got them receipts. You don't
he
like
had
receipts.
to agree with what I was saying because everything that I was saying was really stuff that he posted online. He made videos about. He couldn't deny it. So it's like
he don't like receipts.
Yeah.
And I was on the panel, so I came with the facts. So there was nothing to refute. You can't refute facts. So,
like
and Jake, before you leave, I got a question for you off
his
this
whole
different
YouTube
topic.
is just like bashing Spence for like the last couple of years.
Yep.
For the last couple of years.
That's facts.
So
he must have forgot about that.
He's saying that opinions change every day, but his opinion didn't change about Spence until he got kicked off the Spence team. Then it was just like, Bud is the boogeyman, this and that, and so his
and his bashing Spence was a hot topic. It brought in lots of views.
Yeah, because he's from Texas, and and he was a big Spence fan at the time. Everybody knew him for being a big Spence fanatic. So of course, everybody knew when he started hating on Spence that it got a lot of attention. So
I think Nayka won anyway. So
hands down, hands down.
But really, I really was gonna just like I told Jake, I said I'm gonna ambush him. I'm gonna.
You won already.
It's not gonna be a debate. I'm gonna just play the shit that he's been saying and just call it a day and then have an ambush. But then when we started, I was drinking and then when we started talking, I was like, I'll just entertain it and then I'll ambush it at the end. So
I'm gonna need you to wear that ski mask and go, I hope so.
No.
I'm gonna need that. I hope so.
Hey, yeah, I have a question for you, Jake. Hey, Jake, this is off the topic though. This is about an article you wrote on boxing.
Don't start attacking Jake or nothing like that. This is not attack Jake thing.
What are you talking about, Nayka? Can I ask my question? Have you ever heard me, Nayka? Calm down. Jake, Nayka, calm down. Jake, you wrote an article May 16th, 2019, right? Regarding regarding Canelo when he was actually waiting to fight. This is after he won and Demetrius Andrade, right? You wrote an article stating that the IBF clarified that indeed Canelo was free and clear to fight Andrade for undisputed, and that. And 30 days, and he had 30 days, and then and Canelo's team actually made a statement to saying we're going to wait after Andre's fight to make our choice. They made their choice 30 days after Andre's fought, and then they chose not to go against Andre. Okay, and I've made several posts about that, and the fact of the matter is, people were saying that that Canelo did not duck Andre for undisputed, that the IBF that would not allow him to fight it. Can you just please clarify that?
Yeah, no, that's not true at all. He had the opportunity to go pursue that fight.
So basically Canelo ducked Andre for undisputed 160.
Nope.
Okay, hey, brother, can we let Jake answer?
I hate using the word duck. I really do, especially when
don't use the words whatever you feel comfortable writing. I mean, I'm saying.
I can't completely blame Canelo because that led to the whole fallout between him and Golden Boy. Because once that fight didn't happen, and then Canelo didn't even get the Derevyanchenko fight, that's when everything fell apart. That's when Coppins wrote his story for The Athletic, because he had to give up the IBF belt, due to all that miscommunication.
Right.
So
I'm just saying, based on your article, because this was before the Derevyanchenko fight. This was before the Derevyanchenko fight. Your article stated that Canelo had the opportunity, the IBF clarified that he was free and clear to actually seek an exception. That the Canelo never even ask for the exception, that they would have granted him the exception.
Right.
And that's correct.
Yes.
So
it's very clear that Canelo never had any interest in fighting Andre. Again, I'm not using the word dog, but he just doesn't like the dude. He felt like he didn't owe him that opportunity. He also kind of did the same thing with Jamal Charlo, if you think about it. Again, I'm not saying he's ducking him, and Jamal Charlo hadn't done anything in middleweight to that point, but he had the opportunity to fight him as a mandatory, and that's what they created the franchise title. So, yeah, Canelo's used the business to his advantage.
My thing is, I've had years of debates regarding this, and I've read your article, and I read what that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said he wasn't locked in to fight Derevyanchenko. He had that window of opportunity to go pursue that fight if he wanted to.
Right. So the general consensus is, the IBF stripped them. He had to go through. He was going through, again with on all of that. But again, this was the IBF actually gave Canelo 3 purse bid exemptions, to continue the negotiation for Derevyanchenko. So, but had he chose to fight, had he asked for the exception to fight Andre, then that purse bid would have been null and void anyway. It wouldn't have mattered because they would have gave him. So people have been using the Derevyanchenko fight and the purse bid situation and the stripping as saying that's the reason why he did not fight Andre. So I just thank you again for the clarification. I read your article, very good article.
I forgot all about that. You guys keep some serious receipts.
For the information on the facts regarding it.
I thought my wife was good. God damn.
No, look, Checkmate has a file for everybody, and we follow each other on Twitter. Yeah, he definitely keeps receipts. So I want to thank Jake again for being so gracious to be a moderator in this this crazy thing that I do.
And I'm gonna clip this. Hey Jake, you know I'm gonna clip this, right? You know I'm gonna clip this part and put it on YouTube for the clarification, right?
That's all right, man. So I gotta clarify.
If you roll your eyes one more again, baby bird, go ahead.
No, I'm reading messages. Sorry, I'm reading. I'm looking at my phone.
Someone in the comments said that I gave it to Correa. All I said was I give Correa credit. Let's clear the air on that.
If you give it to Correa, that's fine. I'm not a sore loser.
I didn't give it to him. I said I gave him credit for handling the abuse the way he did.
Because to be honest, I wasn't really planning on debating him. I really was coming on here to ambush him, and I told Jake that. I said, Jake, I'm not really gonna debate him. I'm gonna hit him with the facts, that the things that he says, and I'm gonna ambush him. And that's what I planned on doing. I was gonna play the little video that I had of saying that this was gonna be an ambush, and I was just gonna bring people up and get their shit off on him, because that's what he does. On Facebook and Instagram, he's a troll for the team that he's writing for at the time. And he was a huge Spence fan, and then he became a Bud fan, and then he's back to being a Spence fan. So I had no patience for it. So I was gonna let everybody just go in on him. So, but then I just sat there and just went in, back and forth with it, because I actually liked the way that that Jake had mapped it out. So I was like, I can go ahead and do that.
I was just trying to let you guys rip them. That's why I don't want to keep it. Everyone's like, oh, come on, ask another. I'm like, no, fuck that, man. These guys are battling, man. This is what a Verzuz battle is all about.
Yeah. No, so he was a good sport about it, though, because
that's all I'm saying, man. I gotta give him credit for that.
No, he definitely was a good sport, because I was pulling up all the receipts off of his of his YouTube and his. But Lady Chan says, I know that you're a Bud fan. I definitely want to add you to the Verzuz for Team Spence versus Team Bud. So you and Lisa Bells, she's a big boxing fan from New Jersey. Yeah, so she's
Nayka. She wants the link to come on.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, right now you said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I'm trying to put the thing back on here. So yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. I ride for Bud, Team Bud. Even when Bud was fighting Kell Brook, I did a report saying that Bud would stop him in the 4th round, and he did. And Kell Brook's British, and I'm British, but I ride for Bud. I don't go for just because countries. I go for the fighter style that I like, and Bud all day. Bud and AJ, favorite boxers.
Okay. If you can't find a lady to debate Spence versus Bud with you, if that was your comfort zone, then I'll gladly debate
I don't need it to be a lady. They can handle the men. I can handle the man. Like
I don't know. I don't want to be called the bully. You know what I mean? I don't want to be called the bully.
We're not sensitive like that. None of these ladies up here right now. None of these ladies are sensitive.
One of them is, but I ain't gonna say her name. Oh, hey, Lisa Bell, good to see you.
Lisa is not sensitive.
Are you talking about me, Checkmate? You started with me.
Listen, I come in peace, Lisa Bells. I just like to present
it's all
facts.
good. I do too.
I saw what saying in the chat.
But you started with me. You saw today's topic was Bud and Crawford and Spence. You know, so.
That was just my way of saying hi, Lisa. That's all.
Oh, all you had to do was say hi.
That's all.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all love. Yeah. I had to walk the dog, Nayka. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Dog sitting.
No, that's okay.
I'm puppy sitting.
This was fun tonight. That's why I definitely want to do the Spence team and the Bud team. So definitely, if you and Ladies Chan are both team Bud, I already have a lot of team Spence. So I know you ladies don't mind going against the men because we don't give a fuck. We're
That's what we do.
The men are so. I mean, not all, but a lot of men. On this YouTube box and stuff, they're very emotional to me.
Yeah.
They like act like that over, and then they get mad when we talk about a male boxer that's cute or whatever. Shit, we could do that. What's their excuses?
I don't know nothing about that.
They hate it. Yeah, they hate it. But
you know? Yeah, it's like the women don't be acting like that.
No, because I don't be up here crying about nothing.
Right.
Definitely. I've never heard.
I don't see you talking about Bud deserve 45% or 50% or he the ace expense. I don't hear you talk. We don't talk like that.
No, we don't. We definitely don't.
I do facts and stats and data. That's one of my favorite things to do. So if I can pull up a fact, I pull up a fact. Whether it's for my fighter or against my fighter, I'm not here to be biased, but I'm here to tell the truth, At the end of the day, Spence has more. I can get why people say he the A side. But then you have to take it into consideration. If you really want a fight to happen, Bud is twice lineal, undefeated, undisputed. Then you have to he brings a lot to the table. So that's why when you use terms bow down, who the hell are you guys to say someone needs to bow down? No one needs to bow down.
No, this is a big fight, and they both deserve whatever they're asking for. And to be negotiated. To say that somebody deserves needs to get, he should just accept any terms 70-30 is ridiculous. You wouldn't want your job to offer you the less of what you think money. You deserve. You're a good worker. You deserve what you know. What you should get.
So these fans need to stay out of these boxers' business. Right. That's the reality of it. It's not their money. And check it. If it depends on who the fighter is, because I've known other fighters that had more belts and they didn't feel like, you get what I'm saying, and they felt like the one with one should have got 50%. So it's all in who they support.
I've seen fighters with these belts take 50 because when Joshua wanted to fight Tyson Fury, he said, all right, we'll do 50-50. Joshua at that time had the 3 major belts. So, but fight, said, all right, we'll do 50-50. So it is possible. But he
didn't take 50 million from Wilder.
It is possible. It is possible. And the fighter really wants to fight, they will do that. 50-50, done. Why is it such a hard battle? Why?
But he wouldn't take 50 million plus.
Oh yeah, but that story's old, and that story has no.
It's not
fact.
old. It's fact. It doesn't matter if it was 1925. It was a fact.
You're gonna have to watch some of my shit. I ain't got time to with this old shit. If somebody offers you
what do you mean? Oh,
and there's four. How can AJ be the sucker, and he's the one that's making the offer?
Fuck, you just said a fighter should take a 50-50. You just said the fighter should take 50-50, right? Wilder offered
checkmate. We're not talking about Wilder, okay? She's talking about Fury.
Go walk your dog, Lisa. Go walk your dog.
No, go walk. No, go fuck yourself. Okay, because we're not talking about him. Because that's what you are. Shut the fuck up.
Lady,
shut the fuck up.
Wilder offered 50 million.
Shut the hell up and go suck his dick.
Wait. Yo, yeah, Lisa Bells must be my sister. Yo, Lisa, I think
he always bringing that shit up. We're not talking about that. Mind your motherfucking business.
I think we are related, Lisa.
Yeah, we are. No, this nigga need to be put in his place. We're not talking about him. Stop fucking moving the goalposts, and I'm gonna put you in your place.
Sorry, no, I can't. Sorry, raw. Checkmate got checkmated.
Oh my god.
Sick of him. Always. What you in love with him or something?
Okay, all right. Yeah, so I have to definitely get Lady Chan and Lisa on the Bud versus Spence versus, and then maybe one of y'all should go against Checkmate because he's definitely a Spence fan, but I don't know if I can even control y'all against Checkmate. This is like, wow, okay.
No, because he always want to bring up some antiquated. Look, we don't give a fuck. The fight didn't happen. Get the fuck over it, okay? Get the fuck over all that shit you keep bringing up. Nobody want to see that bullshit. Nobody want to see them videos and your fucking stats. Nobody gives a fuck.
Oh my god! I think Lisa is my sister. Now I see what I look
sick
like
of this bullshit.
I see what I look like when I go out.
Yeah, it's fact. She's all saying fact. Yeah.
All right, checkmate. Checkmate.
Earl Spence, Bud debate with you, and will be very, very respectful.
Good.
Okay.
But Lisa Balls, I would never debate her.
Fails.
She's a screamer. She's a crier.
Fails.
She's Lisa Balls to me. Okay, because she's Lisa Balls to me because she got AJ and Eddie's balls firmly trenched to her mouth. So
you know
Lady
what?
Chan again.
You know what?
Lady
you
Chan,
bitch ass nigga. You a bitch ass nigga. I would suggest that you never mention my name again. Okay,
Lisa Balls.
Because you got
Lady
shit
Chan,
twisted. You got shit twisted. If I see you in person, I will snap the shit out of you.
Okay,
thank
you, Lady Chan. I appreciate that. Thank you, Lisa Balls. I appreciate you. Now go walk your chihuahua, okay?
Now go suck Wilder's dick, you bitch.
Go walk your chihuahua.
Yeah, wait,
go suck Wilder's dick, you bitch.
Wait, oh my god, now I see what I sound like when I go off on people because I never really seen somebody go off like that. But now I see what I sound like, and oh my god, I think Lisa and I are sisters.
Because he started his bullshit. And I'm going to end it, and I'm going to level the joint, and I'll put you in the coffin.
Nothing. You're coming with full emotion. You are ignoring
but let me tell you,
facts.
Lisa's
period.
No, you know what? You know why I know you a bitch? Because you arguing with a woman. That's how I know you a bitch.
Oh, okay. So I'm on a boxing panel with women, but because I'm discussing boxing with women, I'm a bitch because I'm responding back to a woman. Wow. Lisa Balls, go walk your chihuahua and then go lick your poster of AJ, okay? Thanks.
See, now you're going to make me go low. You're going to make me go real low.
You already went low. You're
going to make me go real low. I told you to leave me alone.
You can't go any lower.
leave me alone.
Eddie and AJ and your question because I'm trying to have a respectful dialogue with Lady Chan that had nothing to do with you, Lisa Balls. Okay?
What the hell do I have to do with them?
Well, why did you respond when I was talking to Lady Chan respectfully? This had nothing to do with you. Okay? You're too emotional to engage in boxing talk. Okay? That's fact.
No,
you ignore
something different, checkmate. You rang in something different.
2019 was old.
She said you're moving the goal.
No, you had it coming.
And you
had it.
I had it coming, but you didn't do anything. You're showing your emotions like it's your time of the month. I don't know. You didn't do anything. All you're doing is being disrespectful to who? You're showing yourself that you're nothing but gutter trash. You ain't harming me one bit.
And so is your mammy.
Showing yourself. You're showing yourself what you
and
are.
And so is your mammy. And so is your mammy.
Listen, you
want me to go low? I'm gonna go low. I'm gonna go low.
Yeah, you were low, and you made Jake leave the panel because you're being disrespectful.
Low.
You can go as low as you want. It doesn't matter. You're the one that's being disrespectful.
You disrespectful.
And then you're gonna ask, why am I just talking boxing with ladies?
Because you came at me first, and then you want to throw that in. Nobody was talking about
my
that.
ankle as much as you want. It doesn't matter what you wasn't talking about. I was talking to Lady Chan in reference to the 50-50 comment that she made. Everything I said was relevant because I only expressed facts.
And
I only bring facts.
You move the goalpost.
It's not your call, though. I was talking to Lady. Listen, Chihuahua lady. Go feed your dogs kibbles and bits and give them some doggy treats. Okay, this is not your discussion. Excuse me. What were you saying, Lady Chan?
No, but you was
shut the fuck up and drink bleach.
I saw it. You had her in the chat, and that's out of order. They don't do that.
You talk about Chad. That I have a history with this lady because she doesn't know how to take facts and swallow. I'm sure she can swallow other things, but facts is not one thing she can swallow. So my point is this: what happened in the text happened in the text. I was just greeting her because that was the last conversation I had with her on this particular panel a few weeks ago. Okay, so that was about, lady. That had nothing to do with what we're discussing here on the panel right now. I was being very respectful. Lady Chan, you mentioned a 50-50. Everything I said about the 50-50 was, again, very relevant. So it wasn't disrespectful at all.
So maybe when I do the verses, I'm
gonna tell you what he did. I'm gonna tell you what he did when I came in. You know what he said to me? Instead of just saying hi, Lisa, he said, "Hey, Lisa," with the caution sign, the biggest AJ American fan. So that's condescending.
That's condescending. I'm Tank's biggest fan. Call me Tank's biggest fan. Hello.
Yeah, but nobody.
Where with a badge of
You don't even know me. You don't know me to say that.
I know you swap. I know you deep throat AJ every time we get on this panel and talk. I know that much.
How is it deep throat? Somebody.
Why? Because you had to be a part of the panel to understand. I'm not talking about right now, Lady Chan. I'm talking about past discussions we've had. She said that Barry Hearns and Eddie, they weren't racist and they never said anything about slave trader. I showed her the proof. She still says
I never said that.
Okay. Well, listen, Lady Chan.
What I said was, I know what I said.
The last time I saw her,
I know what I said.
Well, listen, Chihuahua lady, you can go ahead and eat your doggy business and bite my ankle all you want.
I know what I said.
I don't care how
I know what I said, fuck boy.
I don't care how big your
I know what I said, fuck boy. I know what I said.
Lisa is me. I swear.
Is not putting any fear in anybody's heart, okay?
Lisa is me.
I know what I said. I know what I said. I said it sounded like he didn't say slave trader.
Well,
it sounded like he said
it.
slave
You
driver.
can't accept the facts.
I saw that. Yeah. I was watching.
Right. And you can't accept the facts, Lisa Balls. That's what it is.
Your mammy.
Okay, that's nice.
Let me tell you, Lisa, you say the same exact things that I say. That's why I'm like laughing at me because I'm like, wow, this is me in the flesh right here.
Oh, you didn't think that?
When I
Nayka, right?
No,
yeah. I can go low now.
Yeah,
I knew there was a chance because you're from New Jersey. So all of us from up north, that's the way we talk. So it's like,
yeah.
Okay.
So
She's
if
from
I
Jersey. I'm from
do,
Maryland. I'm from East Coast too. It don't matter. She can bark up the wrong tree all she wants, but she's not delivering facts. She's delivering her emotions. I love passion. I love when people express boxing with passion. You know what I mean? It fuels my passion. But when you're emotional, that means you're going to deflect and try to go low and try to hit with insults because you can't tackle the facts that are in front of your face.
So
now,
you guys
eat that pie of
do a
facts.
versus? Do you guys want to? Do you and Lisa want to do a versus?
I will never
AJ?
debate Lisa because
okay.
you know why? Because I will hit her with every fact in a book.
No,
and
he's
she will
beneath
say,
me.
And she can't.
Okay.
He's beneath me.
But Lady Chan, I would like to debate Lady Chan though.
Okay.
He's beneath
I don't
me.
think.
No problem.
Yeah, Lisa too
So
emotional.
I'll do Lady Chan and check
Lisa's
it.
too emotional. No, you're beneath me.
Nayka, drop me your
You're
email.
You're
beneath
probably
me.
300. Well, you're probably
Okay.
300 pounds. I don't doubt I'm beneath you. But go ahead, Lady Chan.
No, I just said Nayka, drop me your email address, please.
Okay. How do I do this in the chat? I'll just put it in private. Okay. Here it goes. All right.
And then I can copy and do it and save it, and then I'll hit you up.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
No, but I definitely want you two ladies on the Bud and Spence versus because I couldn't get any. That's why I hadn't done it because I had a lot of entries for like the Spence side, but I didn't have any for the I had like very few on the Bud side. So since I know you two ladies are very strong, opinionated ladies, that would be perfect because it's kind of looks like it would be like women versus the men, and that would, that would be great.
Yeah, I'm down. Anything else, tonight?
No, I just look forward to having that Spence versus Bud debate with you, Lady Chan.
All good. All good.
All right, so I want to thank everybody for tuning in today, and for everyone that chimed in on the panel. I had a good time tonight. Let me see. Oh, you guys want to promote like your social medias and for everybody to follow you and you know.
I'll go. Thanks for having me, Nayka. Massively appreciated. You can find me on, just type my name in YouTube. It's Come Box with Shan, Lady Shan Dunham season. And also on all social media, Twitter and Instagram is at Lady Shan. As you can see, it's spelled LEYCHANN. And that's it. Thank you so much, mi hermano. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, just have a great night, everybody.
All right, and Lisa Balls, I just
Thanks for
ate
having
you for
me.
lunch, and you can't
Shut
take
the fuck up.
I just ate you for lunch. I'm getting all these. I just ate you for
bitch
lunch.
smack your ass.
Go watch your
you bitch
dog.
ass nigga. Go fuck.
You little
Go
chihuahua.
fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Oh my God, y'all.
Go drink bleach.
I smacked you with facts, and you can't take it. Go walk your dog.
Oh my God, y'all out of control.
Yup. Eat AIDS shit and die.